Well, good morning everybody and welcome to Blacktown International Sports Park for what will be a massive day of representative football here. Starting off at the moment with the AFL Sydney Development Squad taking on the Farah FNL, and joining us all today in the commentary box, Gary Birkinshaw from the AFL Sydney. Gary, welcome.
Yep, thanks very much, Craig. You did right. It's a fantastic day, and they've certainly turned the weather on for us at Blacktown today. It's supposed to be a top of 17 degrees today, and had a bit of inclement weather during the week, but at the moment the ground looks an absolute picture. So, and a reasonable crowd here too, and representing football is very, very important, mate.
Yeah, you did mention there we had some lot of rain during the week, but if you look out here at Blacktown, it's looking an absolute picture at the moment. A good showpiece for AFL footy in Sydney. And obviously a thrill for some of these guys to play on what is the newest AFL, well, the second newest AFL venue in Australia. It's about to get underway.
Right, as we're about to go, ball's about to hit the ground. Heath and Williams will be doing battle in the ruck. As the AFL Sydney Development Squad, they're kicking to the right of the screen. Williams wins this tack. Down to Turner, he goes in. Carruthers wins the first kick of the day. Quickly now out as far as they move it forward. As Dave Linson, looks like Robbie could be caught a bit high there, but umpire says no free kick there, and we'll have a ball up.
Good tackle there by Williams for the Farah FNL.
Here we go again. So Heath wins that tap down. Quickly comes out there now. Look, there's Fisher. Fisher gets it across there now as quickly as he's struggling back. Is Smallwood. Smallwood goes long over the head of O'Malley. It was there as we're going back for Sydney is Cook. Bit of a fumble there, however, and Cook taps it out over the boundary line. So, bit of a scrappy start there, but they'd be expected early in these games, Craig.
Yeah, Farah will be happy to get the first clearance and in their attacking zone early in this game. Going up in the ruck will be O'Malley for the Farah boys, along with Heath for Sydney. Ball comes down, hits the deck. Heath in there, O'Malley throws it on the boot. First score for the Farah boys is a behind. They'll be happy to get their score underway. Interesting to see what sort of work both teams have done with their setups, kick-ins and the like. Ball comes out, it's a good kick, goes to Turner for the Sydney boys. He comes wide again here at Blacktown, a little bit too wide maybe. Ball travels over the boundary line, we'll have a boundary throw in. Yeah, the AFL Sydney Development Squad, an initiative brought forward a few years ago, taking on the Farah boys. Ball comes in, numbers around this, held up there, could have been holding the ball, umpire says no. Kicked forward by Scott for Farah. Nathan Scott, the boy from East Wagga, Kurungal, 24-year-old. Another boundary throw in. Comes down, this time through from Turner from Sydney. He goes forward. The boys move it down this far side for their first move forward. Ball comes to the deck. Farah will be happy to see this over the boundary line. We'll see another boundary throw in. About 70 metres around from the Sydney goal line. Malley and Heath to go battle again. Heath works his player under the ball, but it's the Farah boys who get the ball forward. Ball dribbles towards the boundary line. Be lucky to keep this one in. And we'll see another boundary throw in. Got a few of the bit of work for the boundary umpires early in this game. Of course, we welcome you all joining us on the AFL Sydney Match of the Week streaming broadcast. Ball comes down to the deck. Plenty of numbers around this. No team at the moment getting the ascendancy. Umpire will be happy just to throw this on the deck. And we'll restart. At the bottom of the pack there, Lockie Pryor, North Shore. Captain, I think, today, Gary?
Yeah, Lockie Pryor is captain today. Yeah, he's done it a couple of times. He's been a good servant for AFL Sydney football. Brazel now gets it across there now. Looking across to Cass. Cass to Dave Linson. Handball in more hope than anything else. Heath grabs it, gets tackled straight away. Pryor quickly on the boot, but taken there by Hadrell. Hadrell on the centre wing, kicks him board. Looking there for, so I think that there is actually that's Roberts. Roberts down. Good long kick into the forward line. Pressure there with Cook. Cook up against O'Malley. O'Malley's got the run of the ball over the back. It bounces right, and O'Malley puts the first goal on the board for the Farrer League. And they go out to a 1-1-7 lead to Sydney, who are yet to score.
Yeah, good work there by the big man.
He's only a youngster, Cody O'Malley, from the Colliamberley Club, Craig, at 19 years of age. And he's been a bit of a handful. We've only been going for 4 minutes, but he's been a couple of very, very good contests.
Looks like he's going to be that tall option up forward. Plenty of work there. Dan Turner in the back line for the Sydney boys.
Yeah, it was an excellent setup there from the wing into the centre there, where Roberts got. That was a great kick in. It was a good 50-metre kick and to a very open forward line. So a good start by the Farrer League, the visitors here, and we'll see what happens from here on in as the umpire comes in to bounce the ball again. Once again, it's going to be Heath up against. It's going to be Heath up against no one there because he's going to call that one back. It was Williams actually who was coming again.
A mutual decision there by many of the players to.
They just all come to a standstill, yeah.
It's probably the option now. Some of the umpires decide that maybe there is a contest if they get it slightly skew but if all players decide, you've got no option but to throw it up.
Bit of an airswing there. No one Williams gets it at the second grab as Farrer League again quickly on the left foot there now. Oh, good mark. Strong mark there taken by, is that, I don't know if that's Roberts again, is it?
Could be O'Malley.
No, O'Malley's in the goal square there.
Oh.
I think. No, it's actually it's Mitch Ward. Mitch Ward from the Rock Huron Creek Football Club, one of the strengths in the Farrer League. So coming in now, he's about 30 metres out from goal, directly in front.
It's good off the boot.
Good kick there.
So another one on the board for the Farrer League. They'll be happy with their start at the moment.
Yeah, just a bit better through the centre at the moment, Craig. They're getting the clearance there. Tom Heath's probably getting his hands on the ball in the middle, but just a bit more desperate, the on-ballers, and they need to tighten that up a bit, the Sydney boys. But only young, the Sydney blokes, they'll just need to settle down and just get a goal on the board and start again. Look at the brains trust there for the Sydney side. Kieran Donahue nearest to us, and Chris Hughes the far side there. We go in the centre again. Heath and Williams again. Tom Williams gets that tap down again. No clear.
Both teams looking to get plenty of numbers around the ball at these contests. A lot of players in this centre ruck contest.
Up they go again. As Heath gets down quickly. A smothered kick there. They move forward as Turner gets the ball. Turner now swings onto his left foot, goes forward. Sydney's first foray into attack. Looking for is that Nick? Right, no, Kovacevic.
Fantastic mark there.
Great contact. Good kick there by Dan Turner. And really their first foray forward, and that's a strong mark from David Kovacevic. Comes from the Manly Warringah Club, Craig. His first year in the league, having come from down at Sunbury in Victoria. He's a mate of a player from Manly, Connor Pedersen, who played with him at Southport. So good credentials, very, very prolific goal kicker in our Division 1 competition. And he's got the first goal on the board there for Sydney. Is that probably something they needed now? Is their first goal. So we've gone 7 minutes in, and it's still the Farrer leading 2-1-13 to Sydney. They've one goal, straight 6 points.
Kovacevic certainly showed a clean set of hands in that contest, and if he can present like that all day, then the Sydney coaches will be very, very happy.
Yeah, look, it was a good quick kick in, and once again he probably wouldn't exactly say it was an open forward line, but he was able to really just impose himself on the pack and was able to take a good, clean one grab mark. So if anything to go by, it might be a bit of a high scoring game, Craig. It's just they seem to be scoring. Yeah.
A bit of down the spine work at the moment, looking for their forwards, and look, we don't mind a good shootout. At the moment, we've got an issue with the ball coming back. One of the Farrer boys getting caught up in the nets. Yeah.
Welcome to AFL Sydney there, Craig. The players will soon learn the ball goes over the fence. You have to go and get it.
Yes, seeing many a ball flow over onto Eastern Road here at Blacktown.
And the Farrer League, Craig, that's one of the two leagues down in the Riverina. Consisting of East Wagga, the Rock, Mara, North Wagga, Colliamberley. So the ball comes down now. They're held there by
Henderson on the
bottom.
I
think on the bottom of that pack, isn't it? Yes.
It's a good tackle by Moy for the Farrer boys.
Oh, actually, Rawlinson, I think it is. Yeah, Rawlinson. So
Taylor it was with the tackle.
Yeah. They go again. Williams up against Heath. Heath again down, knocked on there by Taylor. And that one's gone there now by... Quickly rushed out. Pryor's got a hold of the ball now. He gets it out quickly. There's a little rugby scrum going forward as Williams picks it up for the Farrer League. Pryor again, some good tackling, good hard tackling in there. That's for representative football, the desperation certainly there, which is really good to see.
Yeah, Lockie Pryor trying to assert himself in the game at the moment, throwing some body around. It's a likely type in the clinches. Ball
So
comes down.
Knocks it down now to Smith. Smith there gets it out there. In the free kick there is going to Smallwood. Smallwood now on the left foot, kicks in there long, looking for Ward. He kicked the second goal from us, come back out there, flicked out there nicely. Ward tackled there, quickly back to O'Malley. O'Malley now out across, it goes to Block, the captain for the Farrer League. And they do certainly look dangerous when they go forward, the Farrer League.
Yeah, they've got obviously Mitch Ward down there and Cody O'Malley. Seems to be their twin towers up forward. O'Malley in the ruck at the moment.
The ball's been knocked forward there. It just rucks out to Smallwood and a quick snap on goal. But that's gone over the line and it's out of bounds on the full, and it's a free kick. It's going to be going to Adam Cook.
Interesting seeing the players that you see week in, week out, just wearing those different jumpers, and they all look very, very different than their normal get-up, making it a little bit hard at the moment. We've just seen Paddy Bracken come on for the Sydney boys.
Yeah, he'll take up a ruck position with Tom Heath coming off the ground. We're just waiting now for Adam Cook. He had to go to the top of the hill to get the ball. Then
one of those ones you will the Sharon to do its work and roll back down, but
exactly
doesn't always happen.
Yeah. So Cook now to go in short over the head of Turner. It's going to go out of bounds as Rawlinson picks it up.
Not a good kick by Cook. Just didn't hit the target.
No, it was a good lead by Turner. Good out. Boundary throw in. 55 metres around from the Farrer League goal. They're leading at the moment by 7 points. We played 10.5 minutes in the first quarter. There's Turner there quickly now. Quick kick there by Scott. Doesn't go anywhere as a tackling. Once again, good tackle. Free kick's been awarded there to the Sydney boys. And that's going to go to the captain, Lockie Pryor.
Yeah, he has got the sense that something was going to give. There's a lot of stoppages. Umpires will now be looking to pay the free kicks.
Strong mark there by Dale Chivas in front of Blocks. Chivas looks inboard looking for Brazel. Brazel goes up, takes a good mark. Brazel now looking at that, going across there. Cass can't take the mark. Nichols is on the ground there, picks it up, gets it out there to Pryor. Pryor, a scrubby old kick. It's going to work out all right for Sydney though. It comes back inboard now to Cass. Cass picks it up, drives it in long. The target there is Kovacevic again. He makes a great contest there, but picked up by the Farrer League. Tim Wales has picked it up. He's caught. Ball's rushed out there, looking for Jackson Monk. Strong tackling there by the Farrer League.
Could be high.
So, no, play on the umpire calls. And a bit of a... Yeah, but probably could have been paid high there.
Yeah, you got the sense that there was... his head was over the ball, but the contact was certainly high. But the umpires,
he was in good position,
letting them play at the moment. And Farrer, as you said, doing some fantastic tackling in their defensive zone.
Sane knocks that one out there now as it moves into Zoppo. So a free kick there has been given for being legged there in the tackle, and that looks like it might be Josh Zoppo there, I think, and Craig.
Yeah, Josh Zoppo.
Yep, one of the young guns for Sydney. He's just 18 years of age in his first season of senior football with Western Suburbs, and he's had a very good start. So he's got a free kick there, so he needs to make it, and Sydney looking for their second goal.
Josh Zoppo, the Western Suburbs boy, would like to see this go through the middle. Comes off the boot well. He split the middle. It's another goal on the board for the Sydney boys. They reduce the margin back to 1 point. It's good to see some of these young guys running out in representative football. Otherwise, probably wouldn't have got a chance to play at a rep level. But the development side, as we said earlier, a new initiative a couple of years back. And it's good to see some of these young guns out here at Blacktown.
Yeah, the development side has been in vogue now for 4 years, Craig. It's made up of primarily from our Premier Division, the younger players from that, but also this year we've extended to actually some of our lower division players can actually get picked as well, so it gives them an opportunity to experience representative football, and they've come together really well, so it's a good opportunity. There's Bracken up in the ruck there, taken away well there by Horsmith. He taken away from Rawlinson, back to Pat Bracken now, a scrubby old kick forward. As Nick Ryan moves it, he overruns the ball though, it's picked up now by Farrer from That was from Valence. He kicks it off the ground again there. It's going to work out all right, though, as Smith takes the mark. Smith on half-back for the Farrer League. He's going to look a bit undecided there. No, goes in short now. Not a bad option there, taken by Horse Smith. Daniel Horse Smith in the centre of the ground. He goes out wide. To be out there, and mark taken on the far wing there by, I think that's out there by Roberts.
Roberts, yeah. It's a good build-up here by the Farrer boys.
Very, very controlled, very measured. He finds Horse Smith back in the centre. Good numbers back by Sydney. It's a bit crowded in the forward line, so they're just holding it up. So it's Horse Smith in the centre. He moves forward, a good long kick forward. Looking up there for those Pat Bracken flies. He can't mark it. Down the back, though, he's Moy. Moy shrugs the first tackle. Has a quick kick on goal, and that's a great snap. And that's the third goal on the board for the Farrer League. We've played 14 minutes in the Farrer League now, lead 3-1-19 to 2 straight goals for the Sydney boys. And Brad Moy from the Temora Club, he did very well. He shrugged the tackle, was able then to throw the ball on the boot and was able to record a solid major. So a good reply there by the Farrer League.
Yeah, he didn't look like he was going to do anything but have a shot on goal at that stage. And
a good steady build-up. They
controlled the football very well from their back line, took no risks, made sure they had options at every contest. Which you'd like to see that. It's a game plan that a lot of the teams employ now is to don't kick to contests, make sure at every mark.
Good work there by Carruthers at the Bracken. Bracken gets it down now. Is that Dave Linton moving the ball forward. Good strong mark there, though. The back line there taken by Luke Webb. Luke Webb goes out the far side there looking for Scott. Scott takes a mark on his chest. He's now looking to move it inboard, looking for Roberts. Roberts marks at centre half forward. He's moving pretty well. He now goes on to Smallwood, who's run on Smallwood there. Takes a mark, plays on quickly. Has a hurry kick. O'Malley's got the sit here again. Oh, good work there by Cook, though. Closed that gap very quickly. And it's been forced through from behind. So good work again by the Farrer League. They're running pretty well. Smallwood's providing plenty of run across the half forward line. Roberts is looking at danger at centre half forward.
Sydney will have to look at their accountability in the back line at the moment. Too many players running free. Just get their back line structure a little bit stronger. And now the Sydney boys employing the control of the footy tactic.
Kick down there long now. Farrer League ball was on that mark taken there by Webb. Webb on the centre wing now, kicks it long again. Really to no one's advantage though, as Lewis Wilson comes there, goes to ground though, unable to trap it as Mitch Ward picks it up. Free kick there for being for too high. Ward a goal kicker save. He finds a Smallwood again, he's run free. So he's running very well. He's breaking the lines really well and proving a real headache for the Sydney boys with his run. And he's now going to have a shot on goal. Probably about 25 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
Smallwood, the 24-year-old from East Wagga, Kurrangul.
Kurrangul, yes. First year at the club, I believe. Anyway, he's going to come in 25 metres, looking for the fourth goal for the Farrer League. He's pushed it, I think he's just pushed that across the face of goal. This is on the left-hand side, so behind. The second behind for the Farrer League, as they now lead by 8 points. We've played 17 minutes in the first quarter. As Nichols going to bring the ball back in for Sydney. A dangerous kick there as Heath comes out, makes the contest along with Nathan Scott. And the ball out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Sydney really struggling at the moment to get this ball out of their defensive zone. Just kicking to contest as they come out. Turnovers hurting.
That's taken there now by Scott again. Scott quickly on that go. That's a great snap there by Daniel Horse-Smith. And Farrer have now got their fourth goal on the board, and the first one to Daniel Horse-Smith. So 7.5 minutes gone. Farrer now have moved out to a 15-point lead, 4-3-27 to Sydney, 2 straight of 12.
Yeah, danger zones at the moment early in this first quarter for the Sydney boys. They'll be looking to get this margin back. 15 points at the moment.
You just look a bit cleaner, don't they, the Farrer? They just able to move the ball. Well, they seem to be winning more contests around the ground. When Sydney moved the ball forward, they looked dangerous well, but they would have only been forward, I reckon, probably 2 or 3 times for the game. Getting beat through the middle, the Sydney boys. So Heath in the ruck again. Down it comes to Carruthers. Carruthers quickly on the boot, looking there for Nick Ryan to come running out. He overruns the ball. It's buttering up there now. Here's another chance as Chivas picks it up. Goes for goal. Should kick it, but he hasn't. He's missed it out to the right. So another behind there. Once again, they look pretty dangerous when they go forward. They just haven't been going forward enough.
Yeah, they're just not getting the clean football out of the centre, as you said, Gary.
Yep.
Let's have a look here.
So the block's going to bring it in. Goes the outrider in the pocket. As that is Webb. Webb now kicks it long. Good mark over the back there by Nick Ryan.
I think it was Charlie Valance who
certainly helped him by falling over.
Found a spot of dew on Blacktown's deck.
So he goes out. A good mark again by Chivas. That's a good kick right into the centre there. And I think that was Kovacevic who got underneath the ball, but Chivas held his ground and took another mark. So he had a kick on the run from this position 30 seconds ago. Now he's got a chance from a set shot. So he's a good player, Dale Chivas. He's now playing for the Penrith club in the Division 1 competition. He represented the league against Canberra 4 years ago. He's returned to his home club, and that's a nice kick. That is a very nice kick. That's a goal to Dale Chivas.
He's a prodigious goal kicker, Dale Chivas.
He's first for the game, and that's another good steady there by Sydney. Getting margin back now to 8 points, 4-3-27 to 3-1-19 as we played 19 and a half minutes. And so when they get forward, they look probably very dangerous. We said they just don't seem to get the ball forward enough, and they won the midfield battle. I think as we go forward in this game, I think whoever's going to win the midfield battle is probably going to get on top in this game.
Yeah, you're right, Gary. It's where it all starts, and we're back in the middle again.
Well, both forward lines look dangerous. So
yeah,
whoever can get the ball in there the most is going to...
they've got a lot of targets up forward.
Yeah.
And their return on their inside 50s at the moment, Sydney, has been very good. 3-1-19 playing the Farah boys at 4-3-27. Just ticked into, I think, time on. We're playing 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Garrett?
20 minute time on. We've gone into time on, yes. And we're about to be throwing out there on just on the Farah League side of the centre wing as Heath up against O'Malley. A bit of a dangerous handball there by Sydney, by Pry. He's managed to butt it up and pick it up now as Rawlinson. Can't get the handle on that one though, as he's still over the ball. He still battles hard. He gets a quick kick out to Cass. Cass has kicked it out wide though. Valance has got the run of it though for the Farah League. He's got a bit of time on his hand. He picks it up, but his ball's gone out of bounds for a boundary throw in.
I think the Sydney boys will be happy with the out of bounds call.
Yeah, they had the numbers back there, didn't they? So we're about 70 metres around from the Sydney goal. The Farah League now still leading by 8 points in a pretty entertaining opening quarter. The throw in is O'Malley up against Heath. Heath wins a tap down, but only goes as far as Smallwood. Smallwood they're picked up there by Nichols. Nichols wins the battle there. He goes long, looking for Kovacevic. Over the back it goes there now. As that Stopo picks up. Good hands, quick to Kovacevic. He's on the boot, and he's kicked the goal. That's a great goal.
Yes, it was very quick hands off the deck by Josh Zoppo. And Kovacevic...
He moves well for a big guy, doesn't he? That's a great snap off a couple of steps, but really good work there by Josh Zoppo, picking up the ball as he was going to ground and slipped out a handball. So a really good effort there, and we're back to a 2-point ball game. So goals been coming in the multiples at the moment. Farah got the first 2, Sydney the next 2, Farah 2 more, and now Sydney 2 more. So it's a very even contest.
You get a sense they're just trying to feel out their opposition. But the Sydney boys will be happy with the couple of goals in, time on. Gets them back within 2 points going in to the first break. Back in the middle now.
Rawlinson's got his hands on that ball. Picked up there now also by, is that Fisher? That's Fisher for the Farah Leagues. The ball up there now, 22 minutes into the first quarter. Ball's thrown up. Heath and O'Malley do battle again. Heath out the back. Nice tap work down to Cass. Got a bit of the ball early. Good tap by the Farah League, knocking the ball forward. Going out there now wide, looking for Brazel for Sydney. He gets it there in battle with Hadrill. Hadrill's done well. They got the numbers of Farah League. I think that was a bit high there, but Nichols picks it up. He misses the target though. Block overruns the ball though as Pryor now swoops in.
Block another here.
Yeah. So look there, looking for Ryan at the back there. Good leap taken there by Mackie. The ball spills the ground. Handball to in ball. Can't find the handle of the Farah League boys, but they've been able to get it just through sheer perseverance. As Ridley picks it up there now, as we get it in there, looking for Smith. Smith flicks it out down to Taylor. Taylor hurries, but let's get it out of here, he goes, as kicks it long. Wales drops a chest mark, something that he probably should have taken now is Ward. Ward taps it back, gone to Bracken. Bracken picks up good composure by the big man, cross to Wales. As Wales there now goes back. There'd be Henderson. Farah League got all the numbers here. Sydney like this ball to go out of bounds, but it's not going to. It's Fisher picks it up. On the back flank, kicks it over the centre. Sydney's got the numbers there as Marcus Lynchon takes the mark for the Sydney boys. Good work there now as he finds there looking for Turner. Turner takes a sliding mark on the centre wing. He'll swing round onto the left foot. He looks at the target. Oh, that's the poor kick. He's not going to find the target there, and it's taken up by Ridley. Ridley for the Farrer League. In the half-back line. Short pass there, out there looking for Fisher. Fisher takes the mark.
I think both teams right now be happy to hear the siren and go back in regroup. Quarter time.
Good spoil there by Wilson. Down to Brackett again, who's roving the ball. Wales, handball across quickly to Monk. Monk gets a handball out there looking for, that is Lewis Wilson. He goes to the ground again, needs to stay on his feet. There's a kick out there, there's Taylor. Taylor then moves the ball in forward. It's down there as O'Malley back and forth. He's unlocked with Cook. Cook shows a good pair of heels there as he clears the ball. Good work by the lanky defender. As he goes out there looking for Sane. Sane can't take the mark. Desperate, pretty desperate as he dives back on it, but it's back into Taylor now. Taylor for the Farrer League. A bit of a scrubby-looking kick. I think it was it looked a little bit of a tide kick, that one, and it's gone out of bounds on the full, and a relieving kick by Sydney. As I said, I think both sides will be happy to hear the siren at the moment. As it goes inboard there now as Lockie Pry. He's been very, very good for Sydney. He's led beautifully from the front.
Being the general
into
in
the middle there goes to Turner. Turner looking to swing onto his left boot. He does there, looking to go long. That's out there looking for Sane. Sane goes up early. No mark, although contest there. So Sane's going to take a free kick. Probably about 80 metres out from goal. No, you can't play him from there, Paul. You're going to have to go back behind the mark. Nearly 25 minutes gone. And it's the Farrer League leading by 2 points. Sane from the St George Club. Once again, Farrer got the numbers back. Goes inboard looking for Turner. Can't hold the mark. Bit high, but he's got the ball now on the left foot. Kicks in there. That could be a mark.
Need to hold that.
Yes, Kovacevic probably should have hung on that mark. Good pressure there by the Farrer League. Give him credit for that. The free kick there in the back. Yeah, had to be in the back there. The free kick has gone to Harmer. And Harmer chips it out wide. I think that's out there. That is Webb. Goes along now into the centre wing, looking there for Hoare Smith, but a good mark. No, cool play on there. Gets out there looking for Pryor again. Pryor back to Henderson. On to Wales. Wales there looking for Sane. Good grab. Good kick by, good well weighted pass by Wales. A scrubby old kick in forward. Don't know who's going to try and mark that one, but Farrer League definitely got the numbers back. They're working really well, the Farrer League, getting numbers back. As it goes out there now looking for Stacey. Stacey on to Valance, and a good smothering kick there by Paul Sane.
Yeah, the Sydney boys need to be a little bit smarter at the moment. Farrer have all the numbers back, and the Sydney boys still trying to just bomb it in long. Yeah. Just need to look for the options around the periphery of the arc. Yeah,
I think Tim Wales, I think the City boys put a man behind the ball earlier on, and I think that along with the Farrer getting blokes back, they just need to be a bit more careful, the Sydney boys, and not just blaze away. The Farrer League now gets it out there. As Henderson stays on his feet. Now he goes, good desperation there by both parties. As it goes out there now for Harmer. Harmer picks it up, handballs inside looking for Ridley. Smothered there by the Sydney boys. Picked up as Pryor. The ball's going to go out of bounds again for a boundary throw-in.
27 minutes into the first quarter. A lot of time on.
Yeah, a few goals, few out of bounds. Took a long time to get the ball from the hill.
Yeah, that's true. Jeez, I've liked our Lockie Pryor's game so far. He seems to be just organising that midfield.
Williams takes the ball from the ruck as it goes down there. Wales has got the run of the ball along with Ward from the Farrer League. And once again, another boundary throw. The boundary umpires earning their money so far today. Craig?
I'd like to see the boundary umpires getting involved. Bracken up against Williams. Bracken wins this one down to the advantage, but it's Farrer who get it onto the hands through Wales. Wales now back through Pryor again. Comes to Turner. Turner back onto the left foot with a short little kick. Finds Bracken on the far wing. He'll go back. Not long to go in this first quarter. His scrubbing kick goes forward. Cass is on the ball. Does well with a second effort. He goes short as well. Farrer looking to get the big spoil. In there is Brazel. His handball errant goes to Farrer. Farrer now back. Willing to go backwards to go forwards. Now looking through the centre, but the kick's not a good one. He finds Chivas, too far out to score, you'd say. So he looks forward, kicks to space.
He's a bit unlucky there, Dale Chivas. Kovacevic was ducking back, and just as Dale put his head down to kick the ball, Kovacevic fell over. So he slipped over. So the siren sounds. It's the end of the first quarter here in the representative clash at Blacktown International Sports Park, and it's the Farrer League who go into the first break with a 2-point ascendancy. 4-3-27 to the Sydney side, 4-1-25. For the Farrer League, all single goal kickers to Brad Moy, Mitch Ward, Daniel Horsmith and Cody O'Malley. Whilst for the Sydney boys, David Kovacevic has 2, Dale Chivas 1 and Josh Sopwell also kicked a goal. So at quarter time, Craig, we're probably pretty even. I don't think that's probably a pretty fair indication. I would have thought that probably a 2-point margin is probably pretty fair. They've really spent a lot of the quarter just feeling each other out. And as I said, I think whoever's going to win the midfield battle will probably go a long way to winning this game.
Just about to get underway. Second quarter. AFL Sydney Development Side versus the Farrer League. Here on Representative Football Weekend at Blacktown International Sports Park. At the moment, it's the Farrer boys holding just a small 2-point lead. Trying to see how both coaches react to that first quarter.
We're about to go. Second quarter underway as Williams and Bracken to do battle. Farrer League kicking to the right of the screen. No one gets an effective tap on that. Rawlinson jumps up. It comes down quickly there now, though, by Fisher. Fisher kicks it forward. Ward and O'Malley looking dangerous in the first quarter. It goes back to Wales. Quickly across to Nichols. Nichols now moves across to Wilson. Wilson a clearing kick. Moves out forward. Finds Jackson Mark on the half-back flank. He plays on quickly. Poor kick, however, as it goes there as Ridley gets a handball now inboard. Looking for Roberts. Once again, out of bounds there. Just a few times even in the first quarter there. The kicks from the Sydney boys probably haven't been found the mark.
Yeah, that kick there by Monk. Not exactly sure what he was trying to do, but it was very poor off the boot and was chopped off by the Farrer boys.
Bracken wins a tap down there as it goes down looking for Sydney as it goes to Wales. Handballs to no one. Really better there once again by Bracken. He's been at the end of a few handballs. It was a bit strange for the ruckman, but Henderson now smothered there. Well done by the Farrer League. Good pressure. So it comes out there now as Scott for the Farrer League gets a hold of it. Goes in there for, is that Roberts? As Bracken then scrambling out there on the far side. Henderson, quick handballs once again. Ball is smothered. And out of bounds for another boundary throw in.
Always amazes me, Gary. You've got a whole football field to play in, and we see so often just those tight quarters backed up onto the boundary line. Can't get the kick through.
Yes,
Just spread out, boys, and have some fun.
Exactly. It's Williams from the Farrer against Pat Bracken from Sydney. Boundary throw in, throws the ball in. Bracken gets front position, wins a good tap there, but once again I think that's going to have another go there. Craig as a boundary throw in. Yeah. I think they've moved it around probably about another 10 metres. So it'll be 75 metres around from the Farrer League goal. They're still in front, 2 points the difference. We've just started the second quarter. Boundary throw in again. Williams against Bracken. Williams has the front spot. Bracken jumps over the back. A good knockdown as it comes down to Nichols. Knocks out of his hand. He buttles up well though. Good pressure from the Farrer League, however. As Bracken, he's going to get a free kick though, I think. As Nichols plays on quickly through Wales. Wales on the left boot, looking for. Up there is Sane. Sane moving well. If he goes out now, Josh Cass is running for him. He's got the bit of advantage. Well done there by the Farrer League. Corrals him nicely. Good work there by Mitch Hadrell. And that a 2-on-1 there. Probably not the best result for Sydney, but great work by Hadrell. Good defensive work. On the left boot, probably undone a bit with that mark, however, with that kick as Rawlinson does battle. Hands up quickly to Sane. Sane to Wales. Wales on the left boot again, over the back looking for Ryan. Ryan against 2. No mark. Play on there. It's butted up quickly there by Mackie. Mackie in the centre for the Farrer League. Plays on quickly to Smallwood. Smallwood is going to give a free kick. Downfield free kick. A bit of a late tackle by Monk, supposedly. So free kick there by the Farrer League. Just on the defensive side of the centre wing. As it's Aylett. Aylett now swings it out wide, looking for Ridley. Ridley on the left boot, going there for Scott. Over the back there, good work by Pat Bracken. He spoils it. And Craig, guess what?
Boundary throw-in.
Boundary throw-in on the far side of the ground. Notice all the action's always on the far side of the ground. No matter which side of the ground of a football ground you sit, all the action always seems to be on the other side of the ground.
Good linking up there by Ridley and Scott.
Yes, it was. Very good, mate, yes. That's a throw-in. We've got Bracken and Williams. I don't think we can make anything out of that one, but Williams is going to get the tap. Over the back, though, no one's real advantage. As it picked up by Rawlinson. He's got a few kicks. He's right in, loves the hard stuff there. There's a take mark taken there by Valanche. Plays on quickly, looking in the forward line. So we're going up there. Good use of the body there by Ward. He's already kicked one. Has he kicked his second? No. Misses to the right. A bit too easy there, didn't he? Just got off his opponent a little bit too. A bit of body work.
Yeah, he controls his opponent well, does Ward. Worked his player around the ball, gave himself an open avenue to goal.
Good leap. Big leap by Sane. Not to no advantage, though. Fair lead there as Sane gets it again. Butters up. Handball quickly out to Marcus Linson. Marcus Linson, Sane goes in for a second grab. Wales, clean hand, but not clean hands to Ward. Ward again, handballs over the top there. Oh, an opportunity for the Farrelly. Fumbles at the crucial moment, however, as Henderson now lying over the ball. Got to be careful, he could get penalised here. No, Ward's got the balls. Coming out again. Farrelly diving in quickly through Taylor. And I think we'll have a ball up out of this one though, Craig. I don't think we'll get that one out.
Plenty of players around the football once again, and it's been an impressive part of their game, the Farrer boys. Certainly tackling hard, giving no easy football.
They certainly cannot question their commitment, that's for sure. There's Bracken and O'Malley. Bracken punches out though. Ward there gets a quick snap. He's going to kick a goal out of that. He's looked dangerous, and that's his second for the day there, Craig. And that's Farrer League's 5th goal on the board as they move out now to a 9-point advantage. 5-4-34. They lead the Sydney 4-1-25. Sorry, I got that nearly close. We've been playing 5 minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah, an opportunity goal there from Ward. Just pounced on the loose football, and he knows where the goals are. Kicking his second for the game, and that's a dangerous thing. It's Wilson there that's playing on him in the back line for the Sydney boys. He's going to have to be aware. It looks like their main avenue through to goal.
Back in the centre again. Williams, Bracken. Bracken gets it down. Nice tap to Monk. Monk quickly on the boot, moves it forward. Farrelly got the advantage there. Nose coming down as Cass. Dives on it. Good handball out there by Rawlinson. Loves the hard stuff. We mentioned it. There's Green. Green tweaked out to Brazel. Brazel uses his pace. Well done as he runs around. Looks forward now. As Kovacevic moves in. Can't take the mark. Probably should have dropped something. Probably should have taken. He's butted up well though. He gets the handball though. But intercepted there by Harmer. And Harmer kicks it back to Green. Green on the centre wing. He goes looking inboard. Looking there now for Pat Bracken. He should mark this. Good pressure there by Smith. Spoils it. Will look to be a certain mark for Bratton. They both butter up though. And once again we'll have a... Oh, hang on. A free kick's been paid there.
Yeah, a little loose there by Sam Fisher from the Farrer boys. Just jumped in. High contact. And the kick will go to Rawlinson.
Gee, he loves the hard stuff, doesn't he, Rawlinson? He's always in the contest. Loves it on the bottom of the pack.
We'll have to get him a miner's hat.
Not sure he's going to be able to make the distance there. He looks a bit from 50 out. Puts up there just to the top of the square. About 10 metres out. Punch there by...
Well, Sane had to sit.
Stoppo. Good tackle there by Taylor. Just as he was about to have a kick and dangerous ball. It comes out now to Aylett. There's Farrelly away. They're running the ball well out there. They're just going to go over the back. Moy's got the run of it. Drops what he probably should have taken there, but he butters up nicely. As Farrelly moving through the centre there, looking for O'Malley. Up there, Cook. Oh, great roving there by the Farrelly.
Deserves a goal.
Kicked a goal, and he's kicked it as well. That's a great finish. And that is by Stephen Smith. Great finish. Good play there. Went from coast to coast effectively, Craig.
Yeah, it was a great movement by the Farrer boys. Took it out of the defensive zone. Just front and centre along the way. A couple of the marks came to ground, but they had plenty of players around the pack. And the resulting goal puts the Farrer boys out to 15 points again. That's been their biggest margin so far today.
Yeah, and that's a disappointing result really there from Sydney's perspective. As they had the ball going forward, just their lack of pressure, I suppose, coming out. It was just too even. Good play by the Farrers. Williams wins an uncontested tap there as Carruthers gets it down there as that is...
I think the Sydney ruckman was caught out by the height of the throw.
That is Paul Smith.
Didn't quite get to the
didn't get to the contest. It's a better throw up. That one now is Heath. Williams again though gets a punch away as Wales looks like he's got the run of this from Sydney. Bad yellow oval ball. Pryor picks it up though. Pryor now looks towards the centre. Caught at the back there is Chivas. Good ball there now is Smith, the last goal kicker. Picks it up. Good tackle there again by Pryor. He backs up. That's good work. Right, play on there as it goes to Carruthers from Pryor.
You get the free kick here, Pryor.
They should be playing on there. They're going to pull the play on as Green's got it now. Green running into the forward 50. Has a long shot on goal. Oh, hands in the back there. And free kick's going to go to Zoppo, is it? I think Zoppo in the square.
Yeah, you called it, Gary. Just a hands in the back on the from the defender.
Yeah, it was a good long penetrating kick. It was a quick spread there from the turnover, the advantage from the free kick. And Zoppo always had his measure at the back and just...
He probably didn't need to do it. The ball was sort of flying over their heads. Josh Zoppo goes back and kicks the goal.
It's his second, Craig. Second, and it's Sydney's fifth as they answer again. The goal's been going in too, so they keep answering. They haven't been able to get in front, but the Sydney boys are showing plenty of perseverance. we're back to 9 points. As we've gone now nearly almost 9 minutes into the second quarter. There's the Sydney Brains Trust there. Kieran Donahue closest to us and Chris Hughes further from the camera. They look to be deep in thought anyway.
Yes.
They look to be thinking of trying to make some moves anyway.
What was concerned that we had a freeze in our camera there for a moment, but no, they are
moving.
Doing some work down there. So the margin back to 9 points. 9 minutes and 20 seconds into the second quarter.
Umpire Dean Garraway. He's going to come in, bounce the ball. Williams from the Farah. Heath from the Sydney. Up it goes, and nope. Tom Heath didn't even move, I don't reckon then.
He's hung his head and started walking back.
I'm not going to run the 5 metres because I know it's going to be called back. So we'll have a second go.
You'll get caught out soon, and the umpire will just say play on, just out of spite.
Once again, no one gets a decisive tack. Williams then, however, gets a second grab. And it comes now to Nichols. Oh, good work. Well done there. Kicked it to Turner. Turner hasn't been a bad player for Sydney. Chips it out wide, looking for no one in particular, but taken there by Valance. Valance from the Farah on the centre wing. Moves the ball, kicks the ball forward, up towards the half-forward line. Nichols in the front, up against Ward, and it's out of bounds.
Yeah, not much happening in this second quarter at the moment. Some good passages of play resulting in goals, but neither team really taking this game by the scruff of the neck.
Going to come in short there as Carruthers does the ruck work, which is not bad for someone who's about 5'8". Good pick up there, though. That's more like it with the Rover. So he goes out wide looking for Greaves, speaking of someone who's 5'8". Green's probably the smallest bloke in the ground, but gee, he gets plenty of it though. Probably didn't use it the best then as he was tackled, but picked up now by Farrows. They'll get a chance to go forward again. But it should be marked by Wilson. He drops what he should have taken. He overruns the ball again. Pressure from Ward. He stays on his feet, Ward. He goes off the ground, and he's got another one.
Back of the net.
He's got another one.
He's proving to be the dangerous player up forward for the Farah boys.
That's right. He just... once again, Wilson there. He just goes to ground a little bit too easy. Ward holds his feet.
It was very scrappy. No one seemed to be able to get a handle on the football.
Yeah. Football nowadays, Craig, you just got to hold your feet. Every time you go to ground, you're effectively out of the contest. So you need to keep your feet, and the fully Lewis Wilson's done that a couple of times. So
margin back out to 15 points, 11 and a half minutes, second quarter. Back in the centre. Been a good battle in the centre. No one really showing the ascendancy, but this time it's Farah who get the ball clear through Hadrill. He throws it on the boot inside 50, and it's a good mark.
Well done by Wilson. Good work there. Good strong grab. Kicked a few goals. He's done well there against him. That's well played there by Barrett. Barrett, a youngster from the place in the New South Wales under 18. He's going to get a goal. He has got a goal.
Yeah, not the option, I don't think, that coming out of the back line there to look for Green for the Sydney boys. He was well outplayed by his opponent, and the ball just dribbling through. An unlikely goal, but one that puts them 21 points ahead.
Looks like Henderson's coming off the ground. It's like a bit of
holding
a finger injury by the look of that. By
thumb or a forefinger there, just the bottom of the screen.
Yeah. As Jackson Munt comes onto the ground. I think Lewis Wilson was about to be replaced, but he's been told to go back out there again.
Rawlinson also on the
bench ready to come back into action. A 21-point break now to the Farah League. They're definitely looking dangerous up forward.
The Sydney boys definitely need to get a goal here just to rein that lead in.
They just need to be a bit smarter with their skills, Craig. Their skill level has really, really let them down. Their delivery out of the back line just haven't really capitalised. Let's just call it back again.
It's a late callback.
I think hummed it hard. So I think I've got to. 13 minutes gone. Second quarter. Farah League up by 21 points. They've kicked up 4-1 in this second quarter to gain that ascendancy. There we go again as Heath knocks the ball down there as well as in hard. Farah League get it out again. Knocked over by Malley. Back to Wales. Just a bit of a scrappy there though. Good work by Dave Linson. He goes there, kicks it long. Looking for Kovacevic. One out there, and once again, he can get in that situation. Very, very good.
Well,
very
they
strong.
should learn from that, the Sydney boys. They know that he's a strong mark and can work well against his opponent. They just need to make sure their delivery is... they don't just blaze away. Make sure they put it to his advantage. Hopefully he can go back and kick this Kovacevic and get the margin back to 15 points. Oh, kick looks ugly off the boot.
Yeah, horrible, wasn't it?
The drop was dreadful.
The drop was horrible, and the follow-through was no better. So that was a bad miss there. They needed that goal, the Sydney boys, but back to 20 points now. As Farah League ring the changes through the interchange.
Yeah, they're certainly working their interchange well, Farah.
So kicks long there. Over back, good mark taken there by O'Malley. O'Malley kicks it out wide out here. Ridley on his own. He's going to take the mark on the centre. He's going to move, kick it into attack again, the Farah boys. Up there is Monk. Good work. Got the grain in the front position. Gone to ground again though. Once again loses the ball. Taken there by Carruthers, though. He intercepts a handball over the top there now. Rawlinson, once again, he took his eye off the ball at the bottom. He backs it up all right, though. Cass, good hands across to Carruthers, who's good running. He then gets it on to Sane.
This is the kick.
Sane in there, and that's probably that kick's probably summed up their play at the moment. We'll probably end up getting a goal out of this.
Oh, good hands.
The Cobber 7, then they both fall over each other. Rush through for, but once again, there's a kick. Sane's at the top of the square, top of the 50-metre arc at the centre of the ground, who've gone out into the pocket. It ended up out of the pocket. Could end up being all right, but I'm sure the kick wasn't supposed to go there. I think it was more off the side of the boot.
Need to be looking for Kovacevic up there.
Yeah, they just need to be smarter with their kicking. They just need to, you know, their skill all up. A couple of times out here in the centre wing, they just took their eye off the ball.
Once again, Farah happy to just hold possession of the football, although that one's dripped through the hands. Balance it was. Just a poor skill error. I think he wanted to sell it before he had it.
And look, the ground's imperfect. There's nothing wrong at all with the ground.
Just a little bit of dew this early in the morning, Gary.
Yeah, it doesn't look too dewy from here, mate. I think you're being a bit kind. We're going to have another throw, another repeat. 15 minutes, almost 16 minutes gone. Second quarter. Farah have certainly gained the ascendancy in this second quarter. 4-1. And they go out to a 19-point advantage. Up we go, Bracken going just front position. Got it to Cass. Cass quickly out there looking for Carruthers. Carruthers arches the back. Handballs it inboard to Pryor. Pryor's on the left foot. Go look forward to Kovacevic again. He's got that as well.
It's a good kick by Pryor. He plays on
quickly, and he's kicked that one as well. That's his third as well. And a much-needed goal for Sydney.
Well, it's Ward versus Kovacevic at the moment here at Blacktown. The two forwards, the dominant forwards for Farah and the Sydney boys respectively. Kovacevic, as I said, Gary, that's his third.
Yeah, he missed one earlier on, so he looked dangerous when they get the ball down there, and that was it. Once to get a quicker kick in. And
wasn't too sure on his playing on, but the result stands.
Well, he had the set shot before, and he wasn't real confident from in front, so he probably didn't think from a tight angle he was going to do much better. So up we go. The ball thrown up again. Bracken up against Williams. I've had a few battles. That one's coming down. Dave Linson's got the run of the ball. Handballs it off there looking for Green. Unable to get a hold of it. Going to come up as he gets in front of Chivas. Chivas picks it up. Drops it down quickly. Green again. He's going to butter up, but it's knocked out of his hands by Farah League, and they're away there now. Could have got a free kick there, the Farah, without the ball, but they'll get it now as we move out there looking for Sadler. Sadler up against Monk. Monk had to stick. Good work by Sadler. It's picked up there by Scott. Handballs it off quickly there looking for Ridley. Ridley goes back on the left. Another short kick for Sadler. Ball there by Brazel, picked up by Fisher. Fisher kicks it long. Nichols has got the sip. Good work there by Hall Smith. Creates another contest. And that's something the Farah League have done really, really well. They've given nothing up as the ball comes out to Monk. Monk on the left foot in the back pocket. Kicks out. Cass is going to have the run of it. He can't pick it up. And he keeps it in. Probably not the smartest decision there with Ridley hot on his toes. It's probably going to cost him a goal. It's going to cost him a goal. Great kick by Aidan Ridley on the left foot, right on the goal line, and that's inexperienced, I suppose, there by young Josh Cass on the 18. I think the option might have been to let that one go out of bounds and set up again. But great, good capitalising by Aidan Ridley, and a quick reply by the Farron gets him back out of that 19-point advantage.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Josh Cass. Just trying to make sure that the football stayed alive. But unfortunately, it was a good kick.
Oh, great
for
kick.
A goal.
Oh, great kick. Great kick. Not easy from the pocket out there. And he threaded the needle. So good kick there now. Back in the middle again. Bracken over the top. He gets down. Pryor's got the run of it. But once again, they just can't seem to pick it up at the moment. A lot of fumbling going on. It's Aylett over the ball. Pryor gets it just through sheer strength. Takes it. Bracken quickly out to Green on the wing. Green now picked up feet. Good spearing pass in. Kovacevic is behind. And it's going to be a free kick to the Farahs, which says Rawlinson was running into an open goal. but free kick's going to go back to Matt Harmer.
Yeah, rarely there. Kovacevic found behind, and they gave away the free kick for a push.
Harmer there.
Oh.
One-handed there by Linson. Can't take control, but Pryor's over the ball. Free kick there. He's going to go for too high. In the back, either one, Craig, whichever you think. It goes backwards there now to Linson. Pressure on there.
Dangerous kick.
Dangerous kick. The option Fisher's there. He's got the runner there. So he picks it up. He runs inside 50, chips it out by Ward, and Ward's going to take a mark. And look, and that probably sums up that bit of play there. The option was you're going back to a 50-50 contest with nothing on the kick.
Yeah, and just a bit too relaxed there, Lockie Pryor looking inboard.
Yeah. Might
have been the option, but in all honesty, a nice 50, 60 metre kick forward would have been a much better option.
There's Ward coming looking for goal number 4. And that is goal number 4. He's looked very, very dangerous up forward. He's done well. The Rock Huron Creek forward. He's kicked his 4th goal now. And the Farrer League have now moved out to a 25-point advantage. And look, they're really dominating the game at the moment. When Sydney, they don't seem to be able to pick the ball up. When they do pick it up, it's a fumble. Their skills aren't probably good enough at this level, to be perfectly honest. Craig and Farrer League, they've given up nothing today. And they've fought everything. And
they've tackled brilliantly today, and they've worked their defensive line very, very well. Just a couple of opportunities there for Kovacevic, but on the whole, it's been a very good defensive effort by Farrer.
We go again.
Ticking into time on.
Yeah, it's Pryor. Freaky, they've probably got a high tackle there.
Probably got 2 or 3.
Yep. We'll eventually pay one. Pryor there now. Goes through the centre, over the centre. Getting to the ball.
Ball was touched.
Touched by Pryor. And Harmer, he's been knocked out there now as Chivas takes the ball forward. Looking for Zoppo in the square.
One hand,
no mark there. It's ball. Good work there by Stacey. And kicked away there by Mackie. Clears away back across the half-back line. Well done there by Hadrill. Slips it out wide looking for Harmer. He can't be, puts his head down. Shouldn't be a free kick there, and it's not. Good umpiring there by the umpire. Put his head down. And we're going to have another ball up. On the half-forward flank. Sydney end of the ground as they trail the Farrer League by 25 points, 21 minutes into the second quarter. As up we go again, the Ruckman do battle. Heath couldn't get to the contest, but Williams taps it out into the path of the Farrer League teammates. Rawlinson again on hands and knees. You've seen that a bit. Out it comes there now. Dave Linson. Linson kicks out wide. Cass has got the sit on this. No, he hasn't. It's gone over the back to Sane. Cass keeps his feet.
Heard the call there, Josh Cass, and Sane almost brought it in.
Yeah. Good work by Cass. He kept his feet. Sane's gone to ground though.
Free kick, maybe?
Yeah, free kick to Sane. High. Yeah.
Keep your eye on Kovacevic here. Yeah. Should be on the long lead. Hale in the taxi at the moment.
Very stagnant forward line. Now you've got 3 key forwards down there, all with their hands up in the air. No, there hasn't been one strong lead. As Brazel comes up, and he's the smallest forward. It comes back now down to Chivas. Chivas to Pryor. Pryor. High there to Pryor.
Good umpire and a second umpire off the play. Had a different angle on the contest, and he's called that high on Lockie Pryor. Now he needs to go back now and kick this, just to reduce the margin.
Get him in there at half time. It's been pretty good play for Pryor, for Sydney today, Pryor, for the captain.
Yeah, he's been one of the players who's been willing to put his body over the ball. Just needs a few teammates to do the same.
No, he's pushed that out to the right. Not going to make the distance, I don't think, at the back.
Brought it down there.
It's Zoppo. Oh, Zoppo's kicked it. That's his 3rd. Yeah, it's just a scramble kick in the goal square. And once again, it's another goal to Sydney. Probably not the conventional, but it was, I suppose, for perseverance.
Farrer boys were determined to convince the goal umpire that the ball was touched, but without the video review, they've got a hard task getting that one through.
Yes, no, it's sort of a scramble off the top of a couple of big flyers, and Josh Zoppo managed to stay down, get it onto his foot, and put his 3rd, and that's a much needed one for the Sydney side. There's 19 points, 23 minutes. We approach almost half time.
And for a quarter of football that Farrer have really dominated, they've only increased the margin by 17 points, so they'd be a bit upset with that, I reckon. And if the Sydney boys are able to get another one here, you'd You'd think that they've really squandered what should have been a dominant quarter of football.
Exactly. It's Nick Ryan been very quiet today. Nick Ryan, he's probably one of the rising talents, and that's a bit of a scrubby old kick though. But it's going to be a mark though. It's taken by
Sane, I think it is in there.
No,
he claimed it clean.
Yeah, I think they might have said it come off the hands of the player in front. I think probably could be the answer there. I reckon. Craig?
I've seen less paid.
Yeah, I think that would be played probably 9 times out of 10. I would have thought. As Monk roves the ball nicely off the ruckman there. And it's going to be a free kick. Free kick, Farrell deep in defence. 24 minutes. We're approaching half time. As it goes out there, that was Smallwood. Smallwood now. That was Smith to Smallwood. Smallwood now. They've got the run again, and they've done that. They've done that really well today. All day. They've got there now, looking out there now for Scott. Although also the lead up quickly was Horse Smith, and the ball being spoiled and goes out of bounds.
Green's had plenty to do out there on that far wing this quarter.
He loves the open spaces out there, and he's been pretty good. He's got plenty of possessions. But full credit to the Farrow though. Their defensive work has been really good, getting numbers back. As Carruthers quickly forward, Kovacevic. Shivers overruns the ball. Ryan across to Shivers. Shivers settles. He should be able to convert from there. No, he hasn't. It's gone across Sane. He's got the sit there. Zoppo's going to pick up another one. Zoppo's got another one. That's 4. An opportunist goal. So that's 2 opportunist goals for Josh Zoppo and AFL Sydney, which is something that they've probably got them back in the contest. Now we're going at half time, and all of a sudden it looked like it could have been 5 goals down. They're back now to within 13 points. So good work again. A bit of hard work around the middle of the ground.
It's almost a carbon copy of that first quarter where we saw the Sydney boys peg back 2 goals in time on.
Yep. Yeah.
Now they've got the margin back to 13 points, and they just need to stay in touch.
Yeah. You could argue that they probably haven't deserved to be that close. The Farrow League, they've been pretty good with the ball and converted much better, but probably haven't converted any better than what Sydney. But Sydney just made the most of their forward forays because they haven't had that many.
A few opportunist goals always helps the score line.
It does. Up they go again. Williams with his tactic. He's going to butter it up himself, but good work there by Nichols. Tackled there very hard by Fisher, and we're going to have a ball up.
It's good hit the ball hard there, Nichols.
Yeah, he had a good year for Uni New South Wales Eastern Suburbs.
A lot of players playing here today in representative football, the Bulldogs.
Up we go again. It's Heath. There's another one actually we were just talking about. There's another scramble there, and David Linson's on the bottom of the pack, and another ball up. 26 and a half minutes gone, almost half time here. Second quarter is Heath against Williams. Heath wins a hands down. Carruthers out, it goes to Monk.
Green will do well to be in this contest.
Exactly. I don't think he's going to win it on the height battle, but he's done pretty well. That was
Hadrill.
Got out there by Hadrill. Kicks it out there now as I think that's is that Barrett who's taken the mark. He goes along now, kicks into the centre half forward. Heath's up the tip, but chipping in there nicely. Free kick there goes to Smallwood. He's done well there.
Just worked his way into the front of the pack and got the free kick.
I look here for Wilson, for Ward. That's Barrett there now, high. Had to be high.
Says yes, eventually. The kick will go to Jake Barrett, 17-year-old from Temora. I'd like to see this one through, just restore a bit of air between them and the Sydney boys.
Dan Turner comes back on the ground for Josh Cass. As Barrett, he's already kicked one this quarter on the run. This is from a set shot. Swing down the left foot. Not the greatest kick. They haven't got the numbers back in the Farrow League, but it's going to be Heath. Good work by the big man Ruckman to get back there. Turner over the back. Can't quite hold the mark. Good effort there as Dave Linson now picks it up. Quickly goes forward, looking in there for his brother Marcus. Nick Ryan's got his paves it, clears away for Linson. Linson quickly over the Chivas is on his own here.
Open for a goal.
This could be a goal at the other end. It's Chivas. He kicks and he's kicked the goal. Well. That was a big turnaround. Barrett having a shot at one end of the ground. And Sydney didn't make the distance. Sydney down the other end, take it down and kick a goal to bring him back within a 7-point margin. And look at full credit back there when Barrett's having a shot on goal for the big ruckman Tom Heath to get back on the goal line. The big bloke. They were able to had a 2-on-1. Farrow only had the one man back in the goal square, expecting that he'd make the distance. Then they were able to bring it out. Good work from Dave Linson and then his brother Marcus, and also Nick Ryan was able to clear a path for Marcus to get through, and Dale Chivas, who looked lively across half forward, and kicked his second goal. So 7 points of margin, 28, almost 29 minutes gone in the second quarter. So a good late resurgence from AFL Sydney as a free kick there is going to go. Going to go to Turner.
If they can get another one here, the Sydney boys, they'll actually win the quarter.
He's going to bring him.
Oh no, that wasn't 50-metre penalty. A 50-metre penalty, and Turner's just run on as if it was.
Yeah.
Been tackled.
Yeah. It was funny there because it was the free kick. Free kick was originally played to Dan Turner. The umpires pointed the wrong way.
Yeah.
So the Farrer League boys is throwing the ball to his teammate who's standing on the mark. Dan Turner thought it was 50 because it wasn't thrown back to him, so he's taken off. The Farrer bloke's has tackled him, and then he got the 50 metres. So Dan Turner to bring Sydney back within a point.
Roll the music out. That was almost comical.
And he has converted it, so... Yes, that...
You take them any way you can get them, but that's one of the more unique goals I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, that...
Not a bad tactic, though, to just
run into
pretend
him. Exactly. But what a late resurgence from Sydney. They've actually now, you wouldn't believe it, Craig, they've actually leading the quarter now. Yeah. And from being down by 21 points, they're now only down by the solitary behind. So good work by the youngsters. And
unfortunately, we've only got one camera in the coaches' boxes today. I think there'd be a lot more activity in the Farrer box that we're not seeing. 30 minutes in this second quarter, but a lot of goals scored.
We go there now as the battle there is Pryor into Monk. Been pretty good since he's gone there halfway through the quarter. He's only young, Jackson Monk. He's actually 17 years of age, plays for the Balmain club, but he loves getting in there, and there's not a lot of him, but he just gets in there and fights hard for the ball. As Williams punches the ball, goes backwards, but it's going to be to their advantage. It's done there now with Smith. Head down, plays on quickly as he gets it out there now, looking for Sadler. Out there to Barrett again, and that's a 2-minute kick. He's going to get it back anyway. Barrett now swings on the left boot. That's a better kick than the previous one. It's Cook up against O'Malley, is it? Down there. No, it's actually they've moved Webb forward. It's Cook there. Very good. Scrubby old kick though, but it's out there to Linson. 2-on-2 battle. Sadler, Linson, Turner. Linson's going to win it. Plays to himself. Good hip and shoulder there by Fisher. Fisher comes back. Linson comes back again. It's going to be out of bounds. Good physical contest there by all concerned.
Get the feeling that's stepped up just a little notch at the moment. Some of the players are willing to put their bodies on the line. Siren sounds, half time.
Yes, Craig at half time, and it's a great comeback by Sydney. Farrer dominated the first half of that quarter. Sydney come back strong, and at half time it's a Farrer league.
Sydney dominated time on, basically.
Exactly, red time. That's right. So Farrer 10-4-64 leads Sydney 10-3-63. For the Farrer League, Mitch Ward's been very dangerous for. He's kicked 4, and all singles 2. Brad Moy, Aidan Ridley, Stephen Smith, Jake Barrett, Daniel Horse Smith, and Cody O'Malley. Whilst for the AFL Sydney Development side, Josh Zoppo has 4, David Kovacevic has 3, 2 to Dale Chivas, and a single goal to Dan Turner. So at half time, it's the Farrer League 10-4-64, lead AFL Sydney Development side 10-3-63. We'll be back shortly with you for the second half of this enticing contest. Forearm he actually had in the... there's a bit of concern over that. There may be a fracture in that. So bad news for Alex and also for his club. So Tom Heath gets the ball down there to Carruthers. Carruthers off to Pryor. Pryor kicks it out to the centre wing. Barrett against Wales. 2 young guns there. Barrett wins it, gets the handball back. Goes across to Valance. Valance on the right foot, kicking down towards Smallwood. Smallwood takes a mark. Plays on quickly. He started well, drifted out of the game in the second quarter. This time he goes to the top of the square though. 50 out for goal. Good roving there by Sadler. Great smother, however, in defence there by Chivas. It looks like maybe moving back. He gets it across to Pryor. Pryor now on the halfback line on the left. A scrubby old kick forward. Back there for... There's a Farrer there. They got all the numbers there. They got 3 players. He went to ground, however, was Roberts. Roberts is up right now. They probably brushed off a bit too easy there. And it's gone back there now across the saddle. Looking towards the Smallwood. Smallwood Mark swings now on the left boot. Goes forward. Looking there for... Is that up there is Ward, who's kicked 4 goals. Dispossessed there, however. Brazel gets it out quickly to Lynch, and that's probably nearly holding the ball, I would have thought. So holding the ball there against Marcus Linson for AFL Sydney. And it's going to be Andrew Sadler. Plays on quickly, gets it off to Smallwood. Smallwood from 50, has a long shot at goal. Go right to the line. Oh, good mark.
Very good mark.
I think that is...
Aylett. No, sorry.
No, that's Hadrill. Mitch Hadrill. Good mark over the third in line there. It was a good...
Yeah, I would question the handball off that. It just seemed to be a bit rushed, but Smallwood got it there right on the line. Put yourself in place. Hadrill will have a shot on goal.
Oh, he's missed that. Just across the face of goal.
Bronx cheers from the crowd.
And a decent crowd as well. Also went over onto number 2 oval. Also, Craig was there, and where we've got the New South Wales Indigenous side playing AFL Canberra, and the Indigenous side were in front by 25 points actually, and they were in their second quarter, and they had a really good crowd over there as well. So
plenty of football being played here at Blacktown this weekend.
Certainly is. As Dave Linson now chips it out wide, looking for Chivas. Chivas takes the mark. As I said, moved back into defence this quarter, but it's gone to Pryor. Pryor now in the centre. Better build up by Sydney. Finds Wales. Wales, who played as a loose man mainly in the first quarter. Looks like he's out on the wing, which will probably suit him a bit better than that. Just goes forward there now looking for Zoppo. He's been very good, Josh Zoppo. He's been very impressive. Gets it out of the top there now. Nick Ryan looking for his second for the quarter. And I think he's kicked it as well. He has.
Well, they'll be happy with that, the AFL Sydney boys, to see Nick Ryan kicking some goals.
Very good. Good play again. Much measured build up right from defence that time. And they got there, and Josh Zoppo presenting very, very nicely across. Probably saying I think it might have been across there. He presented pretty well across half forward then, and then get a handball off to Nick Ryan, his second quarter, both from 45, 50 metres out. So after all the play, I reckon Sydney's now probably would have kicked the last 6 goals, Craig.
Yeah, they certainly kicked the last 4 in red time of the second quarter. Open up this third quarter with 2 very handy goals.
They're out by 10 points. Only played 4 minutes in the second quarter, so I have to get some danger signs for Farah after 20 minutes into the second quarter. They were completely dominating. We didn't know where Sydney's next goal was coming from.
We were calling it at the time, saying that the Farah were really dominating the game, and they dominated that second quarter right up until time on.
There's a mark taken there by Roberts. Roberts chips it out wide, another 50-50 ball. Good work there by Barrett, the youngster who's in the Rams under-18 squad. Chips in the centre there. Williams has got away from his ruckman. Takes the mark. Still inside the centre square. He's going to go there now on the left boot. Looking long. Goes down there. Good body work taken by Jackson Monk. Drops what he should have taken, however.
Come off the boot, that.
I think that could have been a good goal there. But good work by Lewis Wilson. So the defence has tightened up a little bit. We've said there before that the Chivas has gone down back, which Wales has moved onto the wing. So we've got Brazel's going to bring the ball back in. Bit undecided. Plays onto himself now.
Just needs to get this long, get it out of the danger zone. They've run it well.
Just good control. There it goes to Linson. Linson across the Turner. Well, they've done it pretty well there. Good work. Jake Brazel, good running. Good running. He actually kicked that in from fullback. He's campbelled that out in space. A bit unlucky with the bounce there. I think a kick was probably what they really needed there. But anyway, it's been cleared up now by Smallwood. He goes to ground. Picked up by Heath, the big man.
Been legged.
Yeah, thought he'd been legged as well, but missed there by the umpire. It clears out there now. Smallwood's done about 320. Beautiful pirouettes there. Gone to Ward. Tackle on Monks on. No, that was actually not Ward. It was actually Webb. There's a guy on there now. Linson's cleared. Linson started the quarter very well. Good hit there by I think that was by Green. There's Linson. Short pass into Ryan. He's actually moving much better, much better. Goes down there looking for Kovacevic will be his target up forward. He knocks out a good hands. That is a great set of hands there, Craig. That was Farah could not have done much more there. They won at the front, coming in from the side. His defender was behind him, and he just come out and just plucked it with one grab. Great hands.
It's textbook stuff there by Kovacevic. Just stuck the big mitts out. One grab. He didn't look like dropping it. Need this goal.
Kovacevic now. He's kicked 3 for the day. Kicks it in. That's a nice kick as well. That's 4 for the game. That is a great kick, and that's a 3rd for Sydney.
It's a different game. The Sydney boys have come out this second half just firing it straight from the word go.
What we spoke about, though, just in the second quarter, halfway through the second quarter, we said what was letting Sydney down was just their disposal. They just turned the ball over, and I think they've settled down well. And now they're actually hitting targets, being more methodical with the way they move the ball forward. And Nick Ryan's got in the game at centre half forward, no doubt through that delivery as well. He's presenting, and lo and behold, they're actually scoring quite freely again.
We didn't see much of Nick Ryan in that first half, but he's certainly been the catalyst for The start of the game here for the AFL Sydney boys, and they'll be very happy with this.
Yeah, free kick there to Rawlinson. Pat Bracken in the ruck there. Free kick's going to go to Matt Rawlinson. Been a pretty good player for Sydney today. Also the left footer. So Ryan makes a lead. Probably was a bit ignored. He sort of left himself with none there. They've all made lead, and subsequently it was a poor decision in the end. He probably should have hit the first lead with Ryan. Kovacevic made a lead, and he also ignored that as well, and we end up having a turnover. So out it goes now, wide out to Smith. Smith on the half-back flank for the Farah League. Chipped in board looking for Williams. Williams takes the mark.
Very mobile.
He's going to switch the ball out wide. Good running there by Harmer. He goes up. Good spoil by Turner, however, but Farah still got the run of the ball through Moy. Moy gets it out there wide. Well done there by Kovacevic. Good chase by the big man. Turner's got the run of it. Oh, taken high. No, it wasn't. Yeah. We'll put that down to the umpire being unsighted. Craig?
Yeah, I mean, he did put his head over the ball, but you've got to protect the player.
Yeah, not sure you can hip and shoulder him though when you do that. But anyways, up he goes. Bracken in the ruck again. Moy, who's the little man, was doing the ruck. Nichols has got the run of it. Marcus Linson picks it up. Good composure. Hits it there. Hits Ryan again. He's moving beautifully.
He's just a different player.
I know. It looks like they've subbed him. They've subbed him with someone different. He goes out wide looking for Sane. Sane should take this mark on his chest as well. Still too far out to score. It's about 55 out. He now goes off one step, and that's been the trouble for the Sydney ones a lot today. Just a one-step kick, no penetration at all, and subsequently blocked. The captain of the Farah League kicks it, goes long. That's a good penetrating kick. In front there was Chivas, and that's been a good mark. No, not paid. Play on. As Monk gets it there now, and he's also been put back in defence. Handballs across to Pryor. Pryor now running forward on the right, but looking in for Kovacevic. Good work there in defence by Harmer, picked up there by Block. Block now, steadies, kicks it out wide, looking for Barrett. Barrett and Wales. Barrett marks, plays on quickly. On the left, little dinky kick, hasn't really worked as Nichols picks it up cleanly. Gee, it's a different set of skills today. This after half time as Wales chips it in short to say. Maybe it was Dewey. I didn't give him enough credit.
They're not morning people.
It certainly didn't help Green then, but Green now picks it up, the little man. On the right, kicks it across there, looking for Linson. Running back, he's got the right run of the ball. He should have marked that. He dropped a chest mark, but butted up quickly there by Hadrell. Hadrell now kicks it off. Moy's picked it up now on the half-back flank. Woy towards the centre. Poor kick though. Mark, he's overrun the ball though. Was running up there now. Is that Ward? No, picked up in the middle. So a bit of a congestion taken up. Marcus Linson, he wanted it more. He got it more. There now is Taylor, probably taken high, but play on. Green gets it across to Cass, or Nichols, sorry. Nichols gets it. He drops in short. Turner. No, that is actually Rawlinson. Rawlinson now on the defensive side of the centre wing. That's Rawlinson. Sitting there now, kicks it wide, looking for Ryan. Ryan's marked everything, and he's still marked. That's his fifth mark this quarter, actually, Craig. He's actually dominating at the moment.
Doesn't work well in mornings.
It doesn't. No, that's exactly right. As Brazel takes the mark, too far out to score. He's going to tell to settle down. I think he fancies himself. I think he's too far out to score, but I reckon I'll be looking for Nick Ryan, Kovacevic. I think I'll be looking for the big blokes down there. Sane's gone back to the square. But that'll be a good kick from here. That'll be a good 55-metre kick, I would have thought, Craig.
He's got it in him if he gets onto it. Come off the boot. He just got under it. I don't think he'll have the distance.
Oh, Mark. A
goal. And plays on.
And a goal to Kovacevic. That's 5.
Hang on. They're going to talk about it.
What are we going to do?
Goal umpire seems pretty certain. We'll wait on the call. Calling in the extra adjudicators. It looks like the boundary umpire is saying it's going to be a behind. Yep. Touched over the line.
Yeah, good work by the boundary umpire.
He sort of clearly showed his view of the football.
Couldn't really been a mark then, Craig.
Well, it'd be interesting to see if he actually called a mark. But he played on directly, so Kovacevic obviously wasn't confident that it was a mark.
Not sure you can play on over the line, though, can you? Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's blocked. Brings the ball back in, kicks it long. Up there, good work there by the Farah League. Spoils it as we got down to Smith. Out it comes again, looking for a good work there by Wales. Tries to smother the ball as Ward comes out up against Wilson. Roving well there was Sadler. Sadler back across there now as Cook leads the race for the ball for Sydney. It goes out the back there as Roberts has got the run of the ball. Tries to break the tackle. Good work there as he gets it inboard looking for Scott. Scott gets it out. It's going to be rushed through for another behind. So a better build-up by the Farah. Still yet to kick a goal. We're 12 minutes into the third quarter. Yet to kick a goal for this quarter, Craig. They certainly dominated play for the first quarter and a half, but they now see themselves trailing by 15 points on the scoreboard. As Pryor goes in forward to Turner. Turner now is going to go for a run. Has one bounce. He's going to have a second bounce. He runs up the defensive side of the centre. He kicks it into the forward line. Kicks it pretty haphazardly, actually, but Green's going to use his pace. And look at him go, the little man. As he gets it there, is it going to stay inboard? He's got Ryan there on his own. Ryan's kicked 2 this quarter. He's got a handball across to Rawlinson. Rawlinson, he's going to look to convert that. And that is great play by the Sydney boys.
It's unbelievable. This is a completely different AFL Sydney side that's come out after half time. Their skills are clean. They're working together. It's I don't know what was in the water, or maybe the boys didn't have their morning coffees or something. But
oh, certainly was. I saw them down there. They had a bit of fruit down there, some Powerade, and that's it was all good stuff down there. Apparently, obviously, I'll have to go down and have some myself. But they've come out as different men. And look, and Nick Ryan and Rawlinson's been good, but even their backline's tightened up. I reckon the move to Chivas down back has certainly tightened them up. Wales has moved out in the wing, so he's got a good battle out there with Barrett, but I think he's been more dangerous out on a wing than he is playing loose across half back. So still a better build by the Farah. The Farah now has really got to answer that. 21 points in arrears, always tough as a travelling side and rep game to actually to gain the fight to get themselves going. But I'm sure they've got it there as we go there now in the centre. There's got Williams. Williams is going to try and bust his way through the pack. But Rawlinson's got him. Williams, the big and the small. The small man is just moving it forward. And
if you ever lose sight of Matt Rawlinson, just look down.
Exactly.
He'll be at the bottom of every pack.
He loves it, doesn't he? He's fantastic. He's been fantastic today. As up we go again. Bracken, good knock it down there as it's taken. Good hands quickly. Once again, Rawlinson. Yep.
Umpire didn't see it.
Wales has got it. I think he sort of threw that out, and he has been penalised for a throw. Play on now. Not sure there's too much advantage in that, but Sadler's the one they're looking for, and Monk takes a mark. Good work by Monk. He's got the breakout here is Shivers.
This is the
Shivers, he's going to run. Yeah, Shivers is playing loose down across halfback. I saw it the last setup. He's got now, goes in long. Now this is where he's Kovacevic. He's got the sit here again.
Oh,
there he has.
Yeah, you're right, Gary. I noticed on that centre bounce that Shivers is just playing that loose man in defence, but obviously been given a licence to run, and he's done so well there. He's created space, and that's the sort of kick. The way that Kovacevic is playing at the moment, that's the sort of kick you want to see. Just put it over his head because he's got the cleanest set of hands I've seen in Sydney footy.
This is for goal number 6, and that is goal number 6. David Kovacevic, 6 goals for the day, and Sydney now. That's their 5th goal for the quarter. They've only played 15 minutes, and it's 15-4-94. It's a 27-point advantage now over the Farah, 10-7-67. And to my reckoning, I reckon that is nearly 9 goals. I reckon it's 9 goals in a row to the Sydney boys.
It's like someone flicked a switch. They've come out absolutely firing this quarter. Credit to the way they've worked hard, these boys. At one stage there, we were saying it was getting a little bit dangerous for the AFL Sydney team, letting the margin run out to about 21 points. It was at the moment. So this is almost a 50-point turnaround. It
has. And look, you've hit the nail right in the head. It's just been a completely different game, really, from the way that they play. They fumbled the ball early. Their disposal was probably haphazard, to probably say the best. Their desperation and commitment was there, and now they've turned all that into a solid performance now with the skill level up, and basically that commitment which is still there. They've been able to get good reward on the scoreboard. So just a bit of a delay here, just waiting for the ball to go over the fence. But
it's a pleasure watching David Kovacevic's game today. We don't get to see a lot of him on the AFL Sydney Match of the Week, playing down the Division 1 side with Manly Warringah, but he's been absolute standout in this game.
You can see why. Like, he's leading the goal kicking in the Division 1 competition. I think he's got 2 bags of 10 or more. And you can actually see why in that competition he'd be.
If you can pull marks down like that with such clean and strong hands, then and then back it up with some good kicking.
You can just see it though. You can just see when he's running for the ball. He's confident about it. He wants to. He knows that he can take good marks and he wants to do it. So free kick there, going to the Farah League. Yeah, quick handballs off. Good shepherd there by. So it goes out wide now, looking for Marcus Linson. He's really tightened up as well. The half-back line has blocked the captain for the Farah League. Quick handball. That's put him under pressure is Smith. Way there by Carruthers. Turner has also been one of their better players. David Linson, no look handball. Probably should have had a look, but never mind. Williams now has got it. And the big fella, he just goes to unload. It's going to fall right from him as it goes to Scott. Across to Moy. Moy now kicks it out wide, going across to Mackie. Mackie's drifted down from defence. He's going to have a big kick of goal from 50 metres out. They need one, the Farah League. And is the defender going to be able to...
He's got it.
He's got it. That's what they need. And that's the Farah League's first goal for the third quarter. And that's a much-needed one to Simon Mackey, the Collie Amberley defender. There he is. He runs back now to centre-half back, but it's the Sydney boys now still leading 15-4-94, but that's a much-needed goal. The Farah keeps them in touch, 11-7-73.
Well, we've already seen the Sydney boys come back from a 21-point deficit. Can we see a bit of fight from Farah? 17, nearly 18 minutes gone in this third quarter.
And it's probably important that the Farah get the next one as well. And they just get a couple in a row, get a bit of their confidence back. Just had another
mutual decision there again.
Yes, yep. No, not too much movement by anyone involved.
We're back in the centre now. The umpire to throw the ball up. Farah will be looking to get this clearance, but it looks like the Sydney boys are going to get it through. I think it's in Cass in there. Turner now does well. Could have been a mark if it was kicked, but it wasn't. Farah push it forward. Centre half forward position now. Linson just gets the ball up, gives it on. It's a Cass in there again, as is Carruthers. But umpire deemed that to be a throw. And the kick will go to Mitch Taylor for the Farah boys. They push forward now. Ward
tackle,
there, dispossessed. Could have been holding the ball, but play on is the call. They come down this near side now, the Sydney boys. Finds Turner. Turner's got options inside if he wants to use them. Now goes on the left, looking forward. Ryan was the target, but it went through his hands, and now block for the Farah League clears. On the centre wing, the ball will go out. Out of bounds, we'll have a boundary throw in.
Dan Turner's had a very, very good quarter. This one on the centre wing. He's been a real positive influence. He's raking left foot kick. He's been getting plenty of it. So the boundary throw in again. Williams and Heath. Williams contested. Heath went out of the back and decided to rove the ball. Moy's going to pick it up. No, he doesn't. He fumbles the ball. He keeps going, however. Rawlinson's still at the bottom of the pack. He gets up with it, though. Oh, probably a bit high, but never mind. Play on. Farah League now is going to get it back through Sadler. Sadler a no-look handball to Block, who's got a bit of the ball in this quarter. He short kicks there, and that's going to be taken by Barrett. Barrett now on the centre wing, on the left foot. Short kick, looking for and marked, taken there by Fisher. Fisher into the hot spot. Up they go, Chivas.
It's been the difference.
Yeah, he has been. That was a smart coaching move there by the coaching staff. And to get him there. As he moves it out now to Sane. Sane across to Wilson. Wilson back to Sane. Not a lot up board. Does that good work there by Sane. They kept their compression well. Wilson now running from the back pocket. He gets it onto the centre wing. He kicks it there wide, looking there for Kovacevic. And he just put the mitts out, takes the mark, and he moves well too. Comes there, he gets 50. Throws the dummy now.
Got the whole
bag.
He goes
for goal. But he just couldn't follow the dummy, the shimmy, and the side step, and he misses it to the left. 5 goals he kicked over Kovacevic. That's their fifth minor score. A high-quality game has been. That's probably not a high-quality kick there. Unfortunately, the free kick going to go to Kovacevic again. 40 out right in the boundary line. Take a good kick from there to kick it.
We've seen some good kicks at goal today, and he looks like he's going to at least line up, get it on the top of the square.
Top of the square there is Zoppo. Sane. The back. Zoppo's taking the mark. Josh Zoppo. That's a good mark by the young. They'd be disappointed with that, Farah. They had the numbers there. It was just really a pack of 2 and 2. And Zoppo on a second grab was able to take a mark. And he'll line up. He's kicked 4 goals. Would you believe that as well, Craig? I think he hasn't been the same as probably imposing presence as what Kovacevic has. But he's kicked 5. He's got a couple off the ground. But good return so far. 5 goals from the 18-year-old.
Yeah, certainly is. I mean, sort of kicked his 5 goals without really knowing it, but now the Sydney boys have cracked the ton. 16-5, 101. Farah, 11-7-73. It's been a completely different quarter here at Blacktown this third quarter. Just ticked into time on. And Farah boys be ruining their opportunities this quarter. Although they've been fairly bereft of opportunities. The Sydney team has just been so clean with their use of the football, which was stark contrast to the start of the game, where there was a lot of fumbling, a lot of missed kicks. But now they seem to have worked out their game plan. And this kick will go to Turner. He's been fantastic this quarter.
Has been. And look, they've won the midfield once again. And I reckon, the move to Chivas down back Turner's really dominated his wing, and Rawls, I reckon he's been, you could argue that he's been one of the better players on the ground, and that's a spearing pass again to Zoppo. And that's what it is. The difference in this game, Craig, the turnaround in this third quarter is all about skill level.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. And that's, Nick Ryan started it with a couple of booming goals to start it, got him in the game, and everyone sort of seemed to lift from that.
It's amazing when you think about, they're the same players out there, but something's changed in their skill level, although in saying that, sprayed left of the majors. 16-6-102 Sydney. Farah 11-7-73. Block to bring the ball out for the Farah League.
Farah League will need to do what Sydney did at the end of the second quarter. They kicked 4 goals effectively in time on right at the end of the game to get themselves back in it. But anyways, Mackie now, the last goal kicker for the Farah League. He kicks it long. Looking down there, good mark taken there by Harmer. Harmer now goes to play on. Off one step as well, sort of sits it up there, O'Malley, but no, he lets it go there for Smith. Smith's too far out to score, off one step. We've seen a lot of that today. Sits it up there. Up they go again, flies high, down the back. Who's going to crumb it best? Sydney keep their feet. And away they go. Bracken out it goes to Cass. Cass is going to pick it up. No, Cook it is, sorry. He overruns the ball. Has a bit of case of the fumbles. But it goes out of bounds for a throw. Been good down there, Cook at fullback. O'Malley looked very, very dangerous early. And he's been able to call that and
reined him in.
Bit of an ungainly type. But does his job really well. Boundary throw in, 45 metres around from the Farah League goal. Desperately need a major before the three-quarter time. So probably need a couple, I would have thought, Craig. As Marcus Liddens, he's also been good. Gets across to Carruthers. Carruthers now out to the centre wing. Green battling against Block. Boundary line's going to win.
Only kicked from memory. They've only kicked the 1 goal this quarter.
Yeah, that was from Mackie. A long goal out from the 50.
So they've just been, their opportunities have just been dried up by the running and the use of the football by the Sydney AFL Development Squad. This ball comes in, Bracken at the front of the pack, puts it down. Cass now, touched off the boot. We'll have another boundary throw in.
Good smother there by Luke Aylett. Once again, 24 and a half minutes gone, third quarter.
First of 3 representative games being live streamed here today. Join us shortly after this game's concluded. We'll have the Riverina FNL taking on the Black Diamond AFL. Ball now goes back through the centre. It's good work. Could be holding the man. There it is.
Jackson Monk. He's also done well. Moved out. Oh, lucky there could have been 50 as well. But you do a Dan Turner in the end of the last quarter. Just run through thinking you're getting anyways. Cobb Sevich, he's got to sit here again. Yeah, good kick by Jackson Monk, kicking to advantage. And he's gone down back as well, Jackson Monk. And he does a real good defensive job down there, and he does that for his club as well. And look, their defence has just held up pretty well as well. They looked a lot more solid. And obviously their forwards have certainly, with Kovacevic, Zoppo, Ryan, all been very, very good. The tall timbers. And Kovacevic lining up for goal number 6.
A good kick.
And
comes
kick
off the
goal
boot
number
well.
6. That's a great kick. Well, he's the full package, isn't he?
He's got it all. Kovacevic. And might be a few people watching this learning the name for the first time, but he certainly put it on the score sheet.
You can see why Manly fought so hard to get his clearance. His club from Sunbury in Victoria weren't real keen to let him go.
I wouldn't want to let him go either, but
he's battled really, really well. They battled well, got him, and look, he's been exceptionally impressive. He's just been really good in the coaching stuff. They look a lot more relaxed now.
Yeah. I think Hughes has just ducked out the back for a coffee.
There's Bracken, once again, Springhill gets up there, and there's Rawlinson again.
Oh, he's good.
He loves it, doesn't he? Loves the hard ball. Block, he's been pretty good for the Farah League as well this quarter. Gets it down to Mackie in the back there. Bit overzealous by Rawlinson. And Mackie, the only goal scorer for the Farah League in this quarter. He kicks it out wide. They need one before three-quarter time, the Farah League boys. Just Harmer.
Don't see where it's going to come. You look at the backline structure at the moment for the Sydney guys, and it's Chivas is the one just floating around, ready to chop off any forward movement. But around the ground, they've been so good in this quarter as well.
But just really usable. Their run, hasn't it? Which is, you always think that with them is that with a youthful Sydney side, the one thing they should have is their run, but their size has also been. For a young side to have the power forwards that they've actually got. They've actually got 3 of them. They all delivered this quarter. That's Carruthers. He's been very good as well. He picks it up, handballs over the top. there is Sane. He takes the ball over to Wales. Wales on the left foot. Goes to ground there. Valence goes over the back now as Block. Block will pick it up, handballs it quickly across to Horsmith. Over it goes now to Mackie. Back again to Horsmith. He has a run-ups. He overruns the ball. That probably sums up this quarter as Block. Butters up quickly across to Mackie. Mackie will now go back to the goal square. But nothing seems clear anymore as Valance. Across to Harmer. Across it goes to Aylett. This is better for him. Aylett, he's found a free man in Ridley. Ridley picks it up. He lobs over. They've got the numbers out here now. It's going to be marked by Hadrill. Hadrill ships out wide there. I think that would be Scott. Once again, that's where we've stopped now, though. We go back there looking for Taylor. Taylor moves forward on the left. That's a interesting kick to say the best. As Lockie Pryor goes up, takes a mark. That was a disappointing end to what was a pretty promising build-up.
There's no penetration on that kick. It was just a hit and hope.
But Pryor, a pretty average kick there by Pryor also. Smallwood shows a clean pair of heels across to Turner. He now centres it in there. Cook looks like he's got it. Shivers is there with him with a spare man. They got it there now. He wasn't stopping for anyone. Monk picks it up. Shivers stops, runs, bounces off one. Gets it out now to Cass. Cass across. They're going to run it with Monk. There's a three-quarter time siren sounds. And a commanding 7-1. Third quarter by the Sydney Development side. Sees them lead at three-quarter time by 35 points. Sydney 17-6, 108. Lead the Farrer League 11-7, 73. For the AFL Sydney Development side, David Kovacevic has 6 goals. Josh Zoppo 5. 2 each to Dale Chivas and Nick Ryan. Singles to Dan Turner and Matt Rawlinson. Whilst for the Farrer League, Mitch Ward has kicked 4. And singles to Brad Moy, Aidan Ridley, Stephen Smith, Jake Barrett, Daniel Horse-Smith, Cody O'Malley and Simon Mackey. So Craig, 35 points in favour of Sydney. It'll take a lot of work from Farrer to get themselves back in this game.
Yeah, we've gone from Farrer dominating the football to them now really behind the 8 ball. Margin 35 points. It did get out further than that, but it's been an interesting game. You just would not have seen that coming. Well, probably from the 20-minute mark of the second quarter, AFL Sydney switch was flicked, and they've come out and dominated the football ever since. So we'll take a short break here at Blacktown International Sports Park. It's the AFL Sydney Development Squad, 35-point margin over the top of the Farrer FNL. So we'll take a short break. We'll be back with all the final quarter action here from Blacktown International Sports Park. Back here at Blacktown International Sports Park, the story of the day has been the dominant third quarter by the AFL Sydney Development team. They currently hold the 35-point margin over their Farrer counterparts. This final quarter, a lot of work for Farrer to do to get back in this game. But we've seen these margins roped in before. Both ruckmen will go at it again. Ball comes out there. It was Brazel. Kick smothered off the boot. Cass will lead this to the play. Here they go again. Plenty of numbers for Sydney. Cass gets it eventually. Throws it on the left boot. Goes forward. That's a good mark. Paul Sane. Youngster from St George. Stepped up in his second half. He looks forward. Plenty of movement. Just goes long to the top of the square, but it's blocked there for Farrer. It's been very good across that last line of defence. Comes out. Horse-Smith goes long. Not the option. The mark not taken. Once again through the middle. Lockie Pryor was very good early in the game. Drives them long. Looking for Kovacevic, but he's got a 3-on-1 contest. It's almost like Farrer have decided they need to stop his avenue to goal. Ball comes out. Neither player finding the handle. And we'll have a boundary throw in. There's some very good football played here early in the first game. First of 3 games being played here at Blacktown International Sports Park. Another 2 representative games over on the second oval. So it's rep footy all around here at Blacktown. Coming through the middle is Carruthers. Puts it on the boot again. Another 4-0 forward. Kovacevic has fallen off his man. Got the handle. Gets under the ball. This one will go out. And probably could have done better there, Simon Mackey, for the Farrer League. The result is a throw-in rather than a possession. Chivas back on again. Started the quarter on the bench. He came on for Lewis Wilson. Sane in the ruck, brings it back down. Block again, throws it on the boot. Ridley out there, gets the ball back. They've worked this well. Ridley gets it. He now has an option to go long. Goes to a one-on-one contest, not to the advantage, but was good work there by Mitch Hadrill. Just shrugged his player off the ball. Got it back onto the right boot, goes forward. Looking for their options forward. It's Ward. Ward pops it up, but it's chopped off by Nichols. Ward again in there. And good work. And the ball comes through now. Tom Heath. He comes out again. Cass fires it forward. A good mark there by Sane. Seemed to be hanging up in the air for a lot longer than gravity should allow. Comes back down now. Kovacevic again. Just seems to have an absolute string on this ball. Ryan turns, weaves, puts it on the right, goes forward, goes over the pack. This could go through for a goal. Just dribbled through for a minus score. Margin now, 6 goals. They come back out. Farrer throws it on the boot. Just a hit and hope. They've just fallen away somewhat with their skills in this second half. Linson goes inboard, finds Pryor. Pryor now comes back to Linson. Linson throws it forward. Almost a good mark there by Sane. In fact, the umpires called it high contact, I think. And the mark will go. The kick will go to Valance. Charlie Valance, the boy from Temora. Just options drying up for him down the field. Comes through, nice sit. It was Nathan Scott, but the ball hits the deck. Once again, the Sydney boys go on the ball. Now through the centre. It's Sadler. Sadler looks forward, but they're playing right in the pockets at the moment. Big hit by Chivas. He seems to have lined up now on Ward. Ward looking at his options, but there's not a lot forward. He's now got a lead. Goes in that direction. Great work by Nichols to chop off the forward thrust. He goes across the board. Cook down the middle. Seems to be the way they want to play this. Brazel just holds up. He's got plenty of options. Probably took a little bit too long, but it was great work by Matt Rawlinson. He was sitting on his own in the centre for quite some time. He now comes wide. Cass is the option. Worked well by Jake Barrett for the Farrer League. Read the ball well, and they'll be happy to see this over the line.
The boundary throw in there, Craig. 5 minutes gone in the last quarter. Not much scoring action at the moment. Farrer need goals, and they need them quickly.
Yeah, they just needed to dominate the quarter just like they did in that first half, but it doesn't look like it's coming. The Sydney boys have come out firing again.
Heath gets it down to Rawlinson. Back to Cass. Cass handballs over the top of Carruthers. Carruthers handballs, loopy handball over to Pryor. Probably should have taken it. He tried to be a little bit fancy there, but cleared up there by Ridley. Across it goes now to Horsmith. Out wide, the Farrer League. Moving it, I think that is that's Harmer out there as it goes there now, looking for Hadrill and Turner, one-on-one. Hadrill got the fresher legs. He's moving pretty well there. Gets it nicely back inside to Ridley. Ridley on the left foot. He's nice penetrating kick, looking in there for O'Malley. Cook there, I think he's won that duel after quarter time, and a clearing kick, an up and under. Turner against Hadrill. Turner over the top, spoils the mark. Can't mark it. Gets the help there from Heath. Heath now in the centre there, looking for his teammate in Taylor. Pryor was able to spoil it. Nichols went in hard, so did Stacey. But Pryor now clears it out, looking for Cass. Barrett there, once again, gets up, gets one hand to it, recovers the better, handballs to himself. Chivas gives Cass a hand. Good handball, good tackle, good work there by Barrett. As Chivas gets it up there now as he looks inboard there to Brazel. Brazel chips it over the top for Wales. Wales in the half forward line, looking there for Kovacevic. Oh, too big over the back. And Mackey and Kovacevic chase the ball. Mackey gets it, keeps it in play. Good work, handballed across to Harmer. Harmer now clearing the ball deep from defence. A wobbly old kick. Out there looking for Horsmith. Horsmith and Wales. Wales goes to ground. So's Horsmith. Maybe in his back, maybe not. Play on as Ridley. on the left boot. Looks inboard there, looking for Scott. Scott on the centre wing, chips it in there. Fishes his target. Good work by Carruthers. It slips over the back though, and Moy runs to the 50. He's kicked one, looking for his second goal. But looking over the back there in the sit is Roberts. Roberts takes the mark, plays on quickly, and a goal to the Farah League.
Well, first goal of this final quarter goes to Farah. Reduces the margin to 30 points. Got a lot of work to do. Get themselves back in this game.
Yeah, much better build up there also by the Farah League. They continue to fight, and Roberts there had the sit and was able to convert his first goal for the game and becomes the 7th goal scorer for the Farah League. So apart from Ward though, the rest of them have been singles. You look at the coaching staff there, still look reasonably. Chris Hughes having a bit of a snack.
I'm told that is Powerade.
It is Powerade, yes, and a banana, so obviously on the health kick, which is good to see. So 30 points in favour of Sydney, 7.5 minutes gone in the last quarter, so there's still time for Farah.
There's plenty of time.
And look, goals have been scored in a hurry, in multiple. So you only have to go back to that second quarter, the time on period where Sydney probably got himself back in the game. So I
just think that Sydney have just got the firepower to stop. If they do start to get back some goals, the Farah League, I think Sydney will be able to just throw some players behind the ball and stop any attack.
If you look at it from here, though, Craig, you would think that if Sydney kicked 2 goals, it's probably enough for them to win the game.
Yeah.
There's a tackle there by Monk, and the ball goes out of bounds. But it's certainly been a complete turnaround, and Farah League, they've been very good as well. It's been a tight contest early, a bit of a dour affair. They actually dominated probably the Farah League, probably the first quarter and a half, a quarter and 3 quarters really, and just a couple of quick goals, and from lucky goals, I suppose you could say, from the goal square, sort of rushed off the ground, turned around his block. He's been pretty good for him as well. He gets a kick over the top now. Sadler's got the run. He lets it come forward to Hadrill. Hadrill kicks it off there in short, looking for good mark there by Ward.
Well, he's been very good today, Ward, for the Farah boys.
Started off very well. They actually were able to control mainly through lack of supply in the third quarter. He had 3 goals in the first quarter, so they've done pretty well. Difficult kick from there, but I think he kicked one from there actually in the second quarter. Kicks it there again, looks pretty good. Going to go across the face of goal though, as Bracken's back there, the big ruckman from North Shore, and he forces the ball through for a behind. So 29 points the margin still. We've played 9.5 minutes in the final quarter of the first of 3 games here at Blacktown number 1. We've also got 2 games being played over on the number 2 ovals, with the New South Wales Indigenous side playing AFL Canberra, followed by the New South Wales and ACT women's side doing battle. So plenty of football here and a good crowd, which is fantastic to see, as Green, arguably the smallest player on the ground, probably not arguably, he is the smallest player on the ground, goes across to Carruthers. Carruthers across half-back, kicks it into the centre, sets it up there, a lot of work for Turner to do. Over the back though, well roved by Wales. Wales on the right, but his non-preferred footer. He's going to get it out nicely to Kovacevic, and once again a strong hand. We've seen that plenty of times today. He plays on quickly, 50, is he too far out to score? He's going to put it in the centre of the square. Up goes Zoppo, he goes to mark, good spoil. Ryan roving down there, he can't sit up for it properly. It does now. He looks to centre the ball in, good pass, looking for David Linson. And I think he's probably a bit lucky to be paid that. It was
got a bit quick on the whistle there, but the mark will stand.
I don't think he should be paying. It's a chest mark, but good work there by Ryan, roving the ball, and Dave Linson now will line up. Hasn't kicked a goal today. Dave Linson, in fact, they've only had the 6 goal kickers, but they've had a couple of very, very big ones in Kovacevic with 5, but 6, and Zoppo with 4. But Dave Linson, which will make it very, very difficult for the Farah League if he can convert this. He kicks it nice, looks nice off the boot. He raises it, he pumps his fist. And that's the 18th goal for the Sydney side. And they now move to 18-7, 115. Farah, 12-8-80. And a 35 points, 10 minutes into the last quarter. It will make it very tough for them to come back from there.
Yeah, it was a good kick through Wales. It was that started the first foray. Rove the pack well. Got it down to Kovacevic. His kick, top of the square. It was Ryan that rove the pack once again, front and square. Got it back to Linson. It's a smart kick, gave up about 30 metres, but Linson was good enough to put it through the middle. And with every goal, you think that the prize is getting further away for Farah.
Bracken down to Wales. Wales are dispossessed by Barrett. And there quickly as Sadler comes in to lend his support. So does Taylor. It's a scrum there on the ground at the moment. Guess who's at the bottom of it is Rawlinson. And we're going to have a ball up. Rawlinson's going to be the last one off the ground. Now it's going to be his partner in crime in Sammy Carruthers. It's going to be a ball up.
I say, Gary, and we don't say it enough, but the umpiring today has been exceptional. They've let the play flow as much as it can. They've done a very good job.
Free kick. Well, they haven't been noticed, Craig. That's always a good sign. Like I said, they have let the game go, which is good. And look, it's a red football label that the players' skills to be really on display.
Might have just missed the 50-metre penalty there with a player running through the mark, but we'll give him that.
Allowing to flow though, Craig, as we said, as Chivas kicks it out wide, looking for. I don't think they didn't miss that one there as Jake Brazel. It's
Smallwood it was that came through with only one intention.
Brazel chips into Ryan. Too big.
Should go back and kick this.
Yeah, great kick. He's a fantastic kick. And look, yeah, he was probably the catalyst. He got it started in the second half. He's kicked those 2 goals. He probably didn't touch it much in the first half at all, but he really stepped up and stamped his class in this game in the second half. So well done to him. And we'll kick this from 55 out, and the distance shouldn't be a problem.
Hard to believe he's only a 19-year-old Nick Ryan. Been around for a couple of years in the Sydney AFL, and one of the dominant players.
Nearly missed 2 years, Craig, as he's going through the 16, 17-year-old with knee injuries. He's on an Essendon scholarship, and but it's taken a while to get back, but he's certainly a key player for the St George club at the moment. It's Bracken, back to Green, doesn't go right. It's going to go back to Kovacevic. He now chips it across to anyone,
yeah. Whoever wants it.
Rawlinson there now as Smallwood. Clears it out across there now to Fisher.
Oh,
Fisher
swing.
misses it. Back to Wales. Wales on the left foot. He'll have a shot at goal and hits the post. First poster of the day, Craig.
Yeah, we've been quite kind to the woodwork.
Yeah.
Farrah gets the ball out fairly quickly.
Across to Barrett. Barrett chips it in wide there, looking for Harmer. Harmer one-on-one there with Brazel. Good work there. Actually, it wasn't Harmer, it was actually Williams, a big man. He's been rucked pretty tirelessly most of the day. Sadler across there now. Barrett gets it again. Good hit there by Carruthers. Sydney again across to Wales. Wales will go inboard. Rawlinson doesn't quite get him. Kovacevic is lumbering out after, if you call that lumbering. There's Rawlinson. He picks it up. He's going to get a free kick for high contact.
They've just done enough, the Sydney boys, in this game. And their intensity on the footy, especially in their second half, has been second to none. And this man's led the way, Rawlinson. Been at the bottom of every second pack. And now has a chance to get his name on the scoreboard. Shot on goal. Interesting run up.
Yeah.
Kovacevic.
Touched. No.
He's claiming it. Hasn't turned around to see the goal umpire yet.
You always got to try anything you can. As Mackie for Farrelly goes long, kicks it. That's a good kick. Good no away here, Farrelly. Oops, they just dropped the mark there. Picked up well there by Fisher. Fisher now chips it out wide there, looking for Hadrell. Hadrell takes a mark. Now the target there is Roberts. Roberts just short. Misses the target there. As Chivas has certainly been well in the second half. That was one of the coaching master strokes. Nichols, not one of his better kicks there, but Farah pick it up there now. The target goes in there. Looking again for Fisher. 2 Sydney players spoil each other. This comes down there. Farah has a shot on goal. It's going to go over the back there. Looking for Ward. Ward takes the mark.
Yeah,
been very good.
Just had the sit on that one. I think it's at Wilson there.
Yeah, Linson. He was playing. Marcus Linson. Yes.
Just found himself under the flight of the ball, and Ward will go back, and he's had plenty of shots on goal today, and that's one of his better ones.
That's 5.
Slotted it through the middle for his 5th goal. And there is still light there for the Farah boys, but time might be against them. 15 and a half minutes gone in this final quarter. A game which was dominated early by Farah. In fact, the second quarter, we called it at one stage that it was very dangerous for the Sydney boys, but it was time on in that second quarter that really turned the game around. And then the flow on. Sometimes you quite often see a half-time break can really break the momentum of a side, but that didn't happen here today. Sydney boys came out firing early in the third quarter, led by Nick Ryan, as we said. And he certainly had plenty of mates out there too. So the margin, 31 points. It's been a good effort and been an entertaining game to watch too, which has been a good thing.
Yeah, plenty of goals, 31 goals kicked for the game. Good kicking for goal, and certainly been an entertaining contest. I think the skill level in the first half probably wasn't best, but after half time it certainly picked up as the conditions here are perfect. You'll not get a better conditions for football. No wind, dry ground, beautiful ground.
I think I said it as well. I don't work too well early in the morning either, so we'll give them that.
And a lot of these probably aren't used to playing at 10:30 in the morning either. So There is Farrelly again, goes forward there now as they try to get another goal. As Barrett runs on it, he's tried hard, the youngsters. It goes over there now across to Hadrill. Hadrill swings it across there. Marking contest by Roberts. Nichols rows the ball again. He's been good. He loves breaking the tackle there as he clears it out to Pryor. Pryor dropped what he should have taken. Probably their one star in the first half was Pryor as Green. Now across to Brazel. Brazel then chips it over the top. Wilson and also Linson. Linson runs it on there, gets it on the boot. Hurried quickly. Good defence there by good pressure from the Farah player. And it's been able to turn it over across half back. So kicks it there now, finds space as Barrett gets up. Handballs it off there now. So kicking there towards half forward. As Josh Cass comes out, should take the mark on his chest. He's going to take a mark. Chips it in there. Looking for... Just knocked over the computer here. Abba, sorry about that. As Brazel takes the mark across the centre. Across in the centre there. Chips out wide to Green. Pretty good for the small man. He dips him wide. Kovacevic. No, he hasn't got it. That was too easy, that one. He's taken all the grabs with his hands, and that he drops the chest mark. Wouldn't believe it. But anyway, gets out there now to Green. Butters up quickly. Centres the ball. Top of the square. Zoppo's got... No, that's Sane in there. Good grab. Paul Sane to St George. Great grab.
Paul Sane's been almost the quiet achiever up there in the shadows of Kovacevic. But what's this, his fifth goal he'd be lining up for?
No, Paul Sane hasn't kicked the goal yet.
Hasn't kicked the goal?
But what he's done, though...
Zoppo's
been the other. But what Paul Sane's done, though, Paul Sane's been playing across the half-forward line.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's been able to actually, he's led up the ground, he drops back. He always looks to take the big mark, but you always need to know he's around. But
his output's certainly been fantastic.
Oh, it has. It covers the ground really well.
And that sort of long, lanky arms takes that pack mark well.
Yep.
And well rewarded with a goal.
Exactly. And that now is their 19th as well. 19-9, 123. They lead the Farah 13-8, 86. We've got 18 and a half minutes. And just looking up there at the scoreboard, Craig, it's 9 goals to 3 after half time.
Yeah, it's really been the story of the game. And we said it in the first half that the Sydney were lucky to stay in it with their work after the time on ticked over. So to really come out in the second half and dominate is a testament to their work rate.
Actually, there's a lot of the young kids as well. Like they haven't been playing a lot of senior football. A lot of these boys, they're only 1 or 2 years in. Some of them, and Farrell certainly put the pressure on. And look, Farrell aren't old either by any means. They could be wrong there either. They've got a young side there as Moy takes a mark and he's going to line up for a shot and goal. But they've got a youngish side also, which augurs well for them. And they'll come back bigger and better next year, without a doubt. So as Moy lines up, he's kicked one today from the Temora player as he runs in close to the man of the mark, and he's just striving for that extra distance and just pushed it to the right. Ninth behind brings it back to 36-point margin, as we're just about 10 seconds or so away from entering the time on. But it's been an entertaining start to the representative carnival, and looking full credit will go to the Sydney boys who'll take home the chocolates as Nichols.
Plenty of football still to be played out here at Blacktown. But this one seems to be winding up, just ticking into time on now. The margin, 36 points.
Going to have a ball up. 50 metre Riverina Football Netball League, and the Black Diamond AFL. They'll be the next ones up here. And look, it should be close. They've clashed a couple of times in recent years with the Black Diamond getting the advantage there. So, be interesting to see how it goes today. So that goes back there now, looking for Smith. Smith handballed across to Moy. Moy then across to Hall Smith. Hall Smith lines it up. He's kicked one. He's kicked his.
Just a behind.
Just
the way the forwards reacted there. It looked like he did kick the goal, but
just veered away at the last minute. And then, of course, at 4 o'clock, the main game of the day, Craig, AFL Sydney up against the Victorian Amateurs, a strong, one of the strongest in the history of the Victorian Amateur side. So, look, that'll be an interesting contest. The AFL Sydney have got a pretty strong side, but they also need to have as well.
Yeah, we go back a few years to a meeting between those two teams. The margin was 4 points, something very... It was only a small
5
margin.
points, yeah. We had a shot on goal, actually, after the siren to win it. Admittedly, it was from 70 out, but...
it was John Blacko at the time that got the ball in.
Yeah.
I remember it was a very exciting game out there at Henson Park.
Hopefully we'll have the same again today, as Smallwood takes a mark now on 50, swings it outright, looking for Taylor. Good spoil by Nichols, goes to ground. Moy picks it up, handballs it across there to Fisher. Fisher now across it goes to Roberts. Roberts scrapes a kick in, a hurry kick there by Moy, snaps it to the top of the square. Who's going to fly high to take that mark? No one to spoil there by, I think that's Chivas, who's certainly done a job down there as loose man in the back after half time.
Yeah, noted goal kicker, Dale Chivas, but played some good football today here in the back line.
Yeah, he kicked 2 goals in the first half, so he's been dangerous up forward as well. So he certainly contributes. Versatility has certainly been.
As a coach, it's great to have such a player like that, a utility player that you can swing back when needed.
Yeah, and looking, full credit goes to the coaching staff as well. I think they made a couple of pivotal moves at half time, and Wales onto a wing, he's been very good as well. Now obviously Shivers down back. They got Ryan going as well there as Sadler. Quickly there is looking in there. I think that's going to be a mark taken by Ward.
Yeah.
And look, he's been dangerous up forward. He's kicked 5. He'll be lining up for goal number 6, which in anyone's language is a great return in a winning side, let alone a losing side.
Yeah, you think of the way they play that first half. There's been some players who have just fallen away, but certainly not Ward. He's been on the ball all day, and he gets another one.
So just reward
on the score sheet.
6 goals to Mitch Ward. A great result from the players, as we mentioned earlier, plays for the Rock Yarron Creek Football Club. And as we wind down the first game, and 23 minutes gone, Sydney in front now by 28 points.
Beautiful day here out at Blacktown.
Who would be your best players, Craig?
Oh, look, without doubt, Kovacevic has been the goal-scoring machine at the end for the Sydney boys, but there really hasn't been any passengers in the side. As we said, Shivers has done that job as he moved back into the back line in the second half. But look, all credit, you've had players like Rawlinson and Nichols and those guys, Carruthers as well, have been at the bottom of the pack. Players like Wales have come in and out when needed. I think Lockie Pryor was, as he said, the general in that first half. He's been consistent across the whole day. So at the risk of actually just going through the team sheet, those are the players I reckon would stand out. Nick Ryan, as we see on screen there, has been probably the catalyst in that second half. But they've just played well as a unit. Probably, luckily, in just over a half of football, they've won this game.
Exactly.
But as a unit, they've worked well and they've grown as a team throughout the whole game. And to their credit, and that's probably what you see for representative sides. They don't play a lot, obviously, together. And there is that period where they need to find out where they sit in the team structure. But they've certainly done that well today.
Well, I think you just go back there for the previous play where we're in 25 minutes into the last quarter of the game's virtually over, and Marcus Lynch is still running down a Farrell League player who's had a shot at goal, forcing a scrubby kick to the forward line and cause a turnover. So that's full credit to him. So with the Farrell League there now, it's like they come through the centre again, looking forward. Ward again on the mark, looking for goal number 7. He's got 6. Shivers is with him now. I don't think he'll get around Shivers. He does well to hold his ground. And Josh Cass, who's also done very well for a youngster. They're good composure. Mark goes across with another one. Monk takes the mark.
Yeah, there's no names that we're calling at the moment that they haven't done their bit today. No. And all credit to this development side. They've really put their best foot forward.
And look at that, they should learn plenty from it. We'd be expecting that the players from this side will be putting their hand up in coming years to play in the senior rep side. So just because there's a high tackle there, it's a bit crude actually. So
for Farah, I think we've said Ward has been their shining light up forward, but take nothing away from Block, the captain, down in the back line.
Yep.
He's worked hard all day.
Yep. Barrett's tried hard for a young bloke. Williams in the ruck has tried hard.
There's just been too many blokes who have fallen off the play. And this could be a little bit more serious than we initially thought. I think it's Lockie Pryor out there. But hasn't moved since he went down. They're calling for the stretcher. So it's not what we need late in this in this game. We're just about to mention that there's really only been the one major injury. It was the broken arm. It was Henderson, was it?
Henderson, he's got a
suspected broken arm, but late in the quarter, 26 and a half minutes gone. Obviously, we're in time on now. as always happens with a stretcher, tends to be the furthest point of the ground. So we'll wait to see what the result is here, but not looking good at the moment. He certainly hasn't moved since the contact. And not written in the rules, Gary, but you'd think in a situation like this you might even just let the time run out.
Yep.
But we'll just see. Doing all the proper checks, of course.
Yes, good medical people there, which is very important also. So.
Both teams have congregated into their huddles whilst we wait for this injury to be handled. I'm pretty sure it's Lockie Pryor over there, but interestingly, Gary, the goal umpires are both in the centre as well.
Yes, I see that.
They might be making an executive decision here, the umpires themselves. The daunting thing is that he has not moved since the contact.
Yeah.
It looks like they have made the executive decision there, Gary. The siren sounded. We'll deal with the injury with all the care and respect that it requires, but looks like a common sense has played out here at Blacktown International Sports Park. They've blown the siren. The end of this first game of the representative football here. 3 games being played at Blacktown. And the final scoreline will show the AFL Sydney Development side 19 goals, 9 behinds, 123 points. They were 28-point margin. Farah 14-11-95. And bar this this end to the game, it's been a very, very entertaining game of football. We'll certainly keep you informed as to how the injury pans out. Looks like we've had some movement there, but as we said, the siren has sounded.
The final score then, Craig, here at AFL Sydney Development Squad, 19-9, 123. They've defeated the Farah League, 14-11-95. Goal kickers for the AFL Sydney Development side, David Kovacevic, 6. Josh Zoppo, 5. 2 apiece to Dale Chivas and Nick Ryan. Singles to Dan Turner, David Linson, Matt Rawlinson and Paul Sain. Whilst for the Farah League, Mitch Ward was their standout up forward with 6. And all single goal kickers thereafter to Brad Moy, Aidan Ridley, Stephen Smith, Jake Barrett, Daniel Horse-Smith, Brenton Roberts, Cody O'Malley and Simon Mackey. So the game has come to a conclusion, Craig. Unfortunately, it's not the way you like it to, but they're actually moving onto a stretcher. And look, it was a good win to the Sydney boys.
Yeah, and it is a cliche, but it's true today. It's been a game of 2 halves. AFL Sydney just were lucky to stay in touch in that first half with the Farah boys, and then came out in the second half and really dominated the football. So not a great end to this game, but a great end in respect to the result for the AFL Sydney competition. They go 28-point winners, 19-9, 123. Farah 14-11-95.